So let's start first with something that's really been driving me fucking bonkers. All right? The Chucky remake. The Child's Play remake has been announced. And you're probably wondering why. Why would a Chucky remake be announced considering that, well, for one, we still have the TV series coming.
Right.
As well as announced sequels from Mancini and Universal. So it really doesn't make any sense. And what really like kind of kicks that to be even worse is the fact that MGM is the one making this remake.
Yeah.
Which MGM made the original Child's Play, of course. But then it went to Universal, and Universal still owns the rights. So that's why this is all kind of confusing.
Right.
That being said, the remake is get this shit. Okay, it is set to start filming this September.
Oh, wow.
The one thing that makes that a little bit better is the fact that it does come from the IT producers, David Katzenberg and Seth Grahame-Smith. So I don't know if that's like, do we have more faith in it now because it's it? It was the most successful, one of the most successful films of last year, and was the most successful horror film.
Right.
So it's like, do we give it a break for that reason?
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
Also, Tyler Burton Smith, he's written video games, and he wrote Kung Fury 2. He's writing it. He's writing the script for it.
Again, doesn't really do much.
Yeah, I don't think it really does much for me either. It's not really. I don't know. All of this screams bad to me. We'll go into the discussion after let me get through all this shit first. So this is a contemporary reboot, and it's set to involve a group of kids. Which, by the way, they're going Stranger Things with it. That was already announced. Like, hey, we want to make Stranger Things with Child's Play.
Right.
And these group of kids are going against a technologically advanced doll that enters their world. So it's not necessarily. It hasn't been confirmed whether or not he is called Chucky, or if he's gonna look like Chucky. But it does seem to be it's a technologically advanced doll. As for like, what does that mean? I mean,
instead of possession, is it robots?
Is that the route they're going? Because like Chucky's a human at the end of the day. Chucky's a human, which is why like technologically advanced dolls, it doesn't really make sense.
Right.
To add, like, what is he? If he is still human, if it is a human possessing a doll, does that mean like he can jump higher now? He's got rocket powered skates. I really don't know where you could go with it.
Yeah.
I'm not the writer though. Let's leave that on to Tyler. Now the Child's Play rights. This is where shit's really complicated and confusing because Universal still owns the home entertainment rights, but it seems like MGM has figured out a way to loophole the shit out of Universal, just basically throw them under the bus, and now they can move forward with a movie on their own terms from a new creative team, while Mancini and Universal continue to do the TV series with the regular cast of Chucky collaborators.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like I don't understand how you can find the loophole. That TV, but why would you even want to?
Right. You confuse the fuck out of people. They're not going to watch anything now. It's not like, they think, we're going to make, we're going to have movies too. There'll be twice as many people, twice as many people watching twice as many movies. But no, you're going to confuse people, and you're going to half the people. People are going to say, fuck it all.
Seriously though, that's what I'm thinking. Like, fuck,
yeah.
Like, what, Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
We talk about cash grabs all the time, and when the new Halloween was announced, we talked about that cash grab. Like maybe,
right.
But there's times where maybe sequels are okay and maybe reboots are okay. There is a group in a category where it's all right, in my opinion. Of course, I mean a lot of people will argue that otherwise, but like, here's the thing with this: there's absolutely nothing about this that is not cash grab.
Correct.
The series is still going. You have a TV series coming. There are discussion about video games, which we'll talk about on Monday. We don't want to talk about that whole thing here, but I'm sure you heard of it. So it's like, you have all that stuff still going. You're a different branch that lost Child's Play, and now you're coming back to take it for one reason and one reason only, and that's money. Like, you don't care if it's a good movie. You don't care if it's entertaining. You are there to just literally steal money from Universal.
Like I said, do they think in their heads that you're going to watch it all if you're a Child's Play fan? But no, you're gonna sit there and be confused and give it up, or you're gonna stick with actual Chucky. Like Brad Dourif is out there.
Yeah.
Like, so if they go the new route, a lot of Child's Play fans are gonna just disown that and not even watch it. They might get one movie off the ground and that'll be it.
Yeah, could you imagine if this were to spawn into a new franchise? So we have two Child's Play franchises going at the exact same time.
What the fuck?
The thing is, though, because the Chucky franchise we have now is no longer Child's Play. I mean, you got Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, whatever's next, Cult of Chucky 2. I don't know,
it's the
Seed of Chucky,
franchise.
Bride of Chucky.
It's the Chucky franchise.
It hasn't been Child's Play since Child's Play 3, which is back in, 94? Right. Maybe not that long ago. But, it's been a while. So, I mean, yeah. So we'd have a Child's Play series, which is spawned off of Chucky, and a Chucky series going at the same time. I mean, that just seems really stupid to me. And a TV series at the same exact time. And you had to bounce all this, and I don't know.
Also, if they were doing this, why did they announce it? Why didn't they just keep it a secret and just try to trick us? And just say, oh, reboot. And then when everybody's all hyped up, then, everybody on the current franchise is like, what? That's not us. But then, I feel like it would have been better if they would have hid it from everybody. And then just, boom, coming out in 3 months. Direct to DVD.
The thing is, it didn't come with much information. The only reason we have the information that it's an advanced robot is because of an article from Collider.
Right.
And Collider, I don't know where they got this information, because Bloody Disgusting didn't have this either. Bloody Disgusting got it from Collider. It's but I don't know. I hate everything about it right now. I think it's really a stupid concept. I don't understand why it needs to be rebooted from a franchise that's not even dead yet, that continues to make sequels, continues to make TV series.
Right.
And truly, to this day, although none of them have been great in the last 20 years, there has not been a horrendous sequel. Seed of Chucky, we'll always say, but it doesn't have that bad of a score. It doesn't at the end of the day. So they haven't completely failed on a sequel today.
And then Curse, it was all right.
Yeah, I like Curse. I don't like Cults very much.
Cults, I mean, I get it. I can see why people think it's good.
Yeah.
It ain't bad.
It's not. Yeah, it ain't terrible. Yeah, they haven't had a sequel. They haven't had a Jason X. All right. They haven't had a Jason Takes Manhattan. They haven't had those sequels.
Right.
A Halloween 6, a Halloween 5, a Halloween 4. No, I'm just kidding. They haven't had one of those.
Right.
So, I mean, at this point, it's still a very alive series.
One now.
I don't know. It just.
Yeah, pretty soon they're gonna leprechaun it. Go to space
yeah,
into hood. I saw people talk about that in the chat.
Yeah, jeez. I hope not. I hope we don't go down the road. I don't know what they're doing, because on the topic of Cult, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the way Cult ends, I think we might be going down a really bad path.
Yeah.
So also the TV series runs with that too. I don't know, man. I don't really know what to say about it. It just seems kind of like the worst idea ever.
Right. Still excited for the TV series to see what they do. See what they really do. Like we said, we don't have too much information on it, but TV series, they're hit or miss. They're either hits or they're really big misses.
The horror genre has been very dark, with where usually they fail.
Yeah.
We've gotten things like, what is it, Black Mirror? Am I wrong with that? Whatever that show. I haven't watched it. Everyone talks about
on
it.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a Netflix original or not.
Yeah. Then Slasher. I watched most of Slasher. That one's all right. But I mean, Exorcist ended up failing.
Lucifer.
Yeah, Scream TV series is
Lucifer
still.
was okay. Yes, Scream's just in a loop.
Yeah. So I mean, let's hope for the best.
Yeah.
The remake is the only thing really pissing me off at this exact point. Even Charlie the Legend. I'm more excited for that. To be fair, like I said, we'll talk about this on Monday. We don't want to save that for Slash and Cast, but Charlie the Legend is literally just Chucky. It's Chucky the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it looks all right though.
Yeah.
We'll see though. Yeah, I have a lot more to say about that on Monday, but we'll wait until then.
Right.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think about Child's Play in this reboot, because Jesus Christ, Hollywood's running out of ideas.
Correct.
Okay, let's talk about something a little bit different. This is something that's a little weird and a little confusing along the way. So, MoviePass, which, if you don't MoviePass, it's basically you get into movies. Yeah. It's hard to explain. But they launched a peak pricing system, and Uber and Lyft have a peak pricing system where certain times and dates, the price goes up on Uber and Lyft.
Right.
So MoviePass is doing something similar now, where they'll be raising the price of movie tickets approximately $2 during popular times, holiday weekends, and during popular movies like that of Star Wars, Marvel movies, shit like that. It kind of makes sense.
Right.
I don't know if I so much get the holiday weekends. Maybe holiday weekends, but what do they mean by certain days?
I think weekends, of course, and. I mean, maybe they don't start those peak pricing until Friday at 8 p.m. showings and later. Maybe, you know, if they have... does AMC still have, like, cheaper movies on Tuesdays? I think they might, at least for the summer.
Tuesday,
they
Thursdays?
do. So they could raise the price on that for MoviePass goers, which then, you know, you'd rather just go see the movie instead of using your MoviePass.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not against it. The one thing I actually, believe it or not, I think this is actually what's going to piss people off the most, but this is the one that actually makes the most sense to me, that Marvel movies and Star Wars movies, like popular films, I think that actually makes sense.
No.
When something's higher quality, you tend to pay more.
The problem is that the theater isn't getting that extra money. That's straight MoviePass profit.
Oh, yeah.
If the AMC theaters did it, honestly, it would suck, but good business move.
Yeah. Okay. If you think about it from, like, if you take a step back and think about it from, like, popular movies, is it really fair to pay the same amount of money for an independent film than it is for a Hollywood blockbuster? Like, maybe, like, budget should play a role in how much tickets cost.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, you know, you have a $200 million budget versus a $100,000 budget. Why am I paying the same amount for? I don't know.
You got a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Versus a Halloween.
Yeah. I just don't know if it's. It makes sense to me that they should cost more.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't want to fucking pay a ridiculous ass price to go see a movie. It's already expensive enough.
Right.
Especially for, you know, you want one drink, you're paying $50. Jesus.
Right.
So I'm not really against it, but I don't want to pay more for anything. So, but I just get it. I get business, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I always go see horror movies anyway, so keep those sheep.
Yeah,
and I'm in. Okay, let's move into the topic everyone wants to talk about. I know you're here because you found us this way, and you want to hear our opinion on it. This is actually a segment we're going to probably put on YouTube as well, so you can probably watch it back. If you're watching this on YouTube and this is pre-recorded, make sure you go follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/LittleMadPodcast. That's all I'm saying. You could have saw this live. You could have been involved in the chat.
True.
So I want to start first. There's so much toxicity in this fucking community right now. It's funny because since the game came out, people have always bitched about the community. But like, we're peaking, man. Like, the people that have sat here and saved the game since the beginning, they're fading away. And the people that have been pissed off since the beginning, they're holding strong.
Yep. And
they are determined to just hate the world and make everyone feel really shitty.
Even worse than before.
Okay? Yeah, even worse than before. So we go into this, and I'm going to try to keep a really, really open mindset to all of this, to all opinions, because I think it's important. I saw somebody talking about this earlier. I think we need to talk about it now. Let's start. Never hike alone. All right, Vincent DeSanti. Now he made a statement that when he met with Gunn a few months back. I don't know when that was. I think it was during the mocap session. I think that's what he's referring to. He might be referring to the party that they had.
Yeah.
That was in Vegas. But when he met with them, he stated this. His exact quote was, "When I saw them a few months ago, they were deeply concerned about the deadline, and I could feel for the position they were in." So that naturally caused a lot of controversy because people were, well, God, Gunn knew about the deadline. They knew about when their contract was coming up in terms of this lawsuit, and now they fucked us all over by not getting content done. Like, they knew it was there. Why did they pursue content? So Vincent DeSantis felt like shit about this, and I think it's really important to clear this up for him. I like him. I don't think he deserves the shit he's getting. Also, I don't think he's probably feeling really guilty because he is friends with Gunn and Alphonic, yeah. So that's a pretty tough spot to be in. He did make a very long statement on Facebook today. Let me open it up, actually. Oh, geez. I had it open. Now it went away.
Yeah. It was all over Reddit, too. That's where I saw it.
Yeah, he made a reply on Reddit. Basically said, "You're taking my quote out of context. None of you asked me, what I meant by it."
Right, and then he went on Facebook and put a wall up, just explaining things even further. Which, I mean, you should do.
You should. Yeah, I think he did the right thing.
Don't sit back and watch your words get twisted and people, start coming at you.
Yeah, believe me, we know what that feeling is. Can you go switch to my computer screen? So this is the post he made. Let me fucking zoom in. You guys can't read shit. Let me just don't look at my Facebook, right? And he basically just said, "I'd like to address some of the comments that have been floating around, blah, blah, blah. In an attempt to answer the many questions that were asked on the subject, I made a comment regarding the developers of the game being worried about a deadline that has been taken out of context to promote toxicity in relation to the recent and unfortunate work stoppage." First of all, he worded this very well. Good for you,
Yes.
Vincent.
Yes.
Now, during the spreading of news, not one of the many persons spreading false information contacted me in order to clarify or expand upon my comments. If they had, they would have been informed that I was speaking in regards to the legal proceedings of the rights battle and not the work stoppage to which I was never aware of until it was formally announced last month. Now, let me make this very, very clear. At the time of my conversation with folks at Gun, they had no intention of a work stoppage and were planning to release content that was already in progress throughout the entire year and possibly even beyond that. The reason that subject of a deadline came up was because in order for Ghost Jason to even be considered for the game, the legal case must first come to a close. Until that happens, Gunn was able to provide a definite yes or no on whether Ghost Jason could be included. I completely understand the position they were in because their hands were ultimately tied by something beyond their control. So, I mean, I'm just going to cut it that there. I think that's where the statement pretty much ends. After that, he starts just repeating himself.
Correct.
So, ultimately, I mean, I believe him. I'm going to be, just so we're clear, I do believe him.
Right.
I know he was extremely interested in getting Ghost Jason in the game, and I know for like a fact that they were talking about it. Why wouldn't they talk about it? Especially because he was involved. He did a mocap session with them. He made a kill for the game.
Did he do Disarmed?
No, he did Free Kick.
He did free. That's right. He did free kick.
He did Free Kick. So, and the Ghost Jason he's referring to is the Jason he had in Never Hike Alone. So that's their original Jason for their fan film.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me that he didn't know. Yeah, he probably should have made a better quote there, which he does say later in that Facebook post. Like, maybe I fucked up. I shouldn't have said it that way. Sure. Now, where I get kind of frustrated simply comes from the Reddit post that came with it. Now, I want to talk about this, too. I think this is important. I think there's a lot of people that are thinking the same thing.
Right.
So, this guy posted this quote on Reddit from Vincent DeSanti about, they knew about the deadline, yada, yada. Then they said, yet instead of prioritizing the inclusion of promised content that could have been fixed later according to the lawsuit stipulations, they did an engine upgrade to better their resumes. I like that, it's in parentheses, to better their resumes. They ended up breaking the game worse than ever before jumping ship and continued to sell the game without being transparent with consumers. So, this brings up the topic of the engine upgrade, but I want to make one thing clear. To better their resumes. Whose resume is bettering because of the engine upgrade? I mean, I get it. If you're on a bigger engine, you have more. The thing is, it's Gunn's choice. The engine upgrade, at the end of the day, is Gunn's choice. And a fucking engine upgrade does not better their resume because they are publishers. So, Gunn made that choice, which means it is not on Ilphonic, alright? And Ilphonic sure as hell wasn't pushing for it because, one, it's a motherfucker to do. It's so hard to do engine upgrades. They cost a lot of money.
That's why we didn't get a fucking update for 5 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then it's not really going to help their resume out ultimately in that situation. So, I don't know.
Again, negative people
you're
just reaching.
Yeah, you really that's pretty much how it goes. Now let's talk about the engine upgrade itself. Okay? And I want to talk about Killer Puzzle as well because Killer Puzzle made a statement that they had a contractual deadline of January 22nd. And on January 22nd, that was the last time they could do content. That was the last time they could add in content that could be released later. So what they did, speaking of which, they have an update on July 13th, which is it's Ghost Jason, it's Never Hike Alone Jason. Now that only happened because they put it in the game before January 22nd. It was just hidden.
Right.
So Gunn could have done the same.
But here's the thing. It is very possible that Gunn did not have the same deadline. Mm-hmm. Gunn Media, or Friday the 13th, the game, could have had a deadline of, October. They could have had it as, June. We don't know.
Yeah,
we really don't know. I mean, we got single player challenges, so I would imagine their deadline was probably, probably June, maybe.
Yeah.
Could have been May.
And they sure as hell weren't done. So if their thing was January 22nd, like, they didn't have it done before then. There's no way.
Correct, yeah. So
that's kind of where I just get confused with the whole thing. Because we don't know. Because we can infer. This hasn't been confirmed, but we can infer the fact that they're legally obligated to not say shit. They were told by Horror Incorporated to not say shit, because if they do say shit, it makes them look bad. And if you make your rights holder look bad, that's a fucking problem. And that is it's probably in contract. Like, you don't talk shit about us.
They probably got shit in the mail on the day of their deadline saying you are not to say anything more than this statement.
Yeah.
And that's why And I do see this comment in the chat. Why hasn't Ilphonic said anything? Has Ilphonic ever said anything when things go wrong on like Twitter or anything?
No.
No. They wait for the publisher, who is, in front, to take the blame for them. That is why.
Yeah, but it is technically the way it should be. Publisher is the voice.
Right. The developers are working for the publisher.
Yeah.
So if Gun Media says we're done, they are all a team. They are done.
Yeah.
Ilphonic and Gun are both done. They are no longer allowed to make content. You can't pay 50 people to work on content that may never see the light of day when you only have so much money left to keep the servers on and get servers in for consoles.
Yeah. But it does beg the question, if we're in that situation, okay, we know at the very least, Gun knows about the lawsuit. They know if it's not resolved that they're screwed. Okay? They know that. It's got to be there somewhere. Somebody has to know. There's no way you're just sitting there blinded. You knew before the game came out that the lawsuit's there.
Right.
All right? So when you dive into an engine upgrade, which is unbelievably expensive, I don't know the exact number, but I would say roughly $500,000, maybe more, maybe a little bit less. But it's expensive. Yeah. Okay? That's their money. Yeah. All right? So you know that. What the hell is the point of doing it if there may be a shot that you don't get to do any more content, that your game does get shut down? Because the only reason, and this is 100% confirmed, I don't understand why people keep saying they did an engine upgrade for the sole reason that having their resumes better, right? Consoles, because consoles are very different than PC, okay? Consoles cannot have dedicated servers without an engine upgrade above 416, I believe.
Yep.
Without an Unreal Engine of 416. I think that's the number. But they had to have the engine upgrade to do dedicated servers. Dedicated servers was the actual last promise they made from their Kickstarter days. So I get that reason. But as a console player, which I'm not so much, but I feel it, I get it. As a console player, what's worse? Would you rather have dedicated servers and no more content? Or would you rather have quite a bit more content they could have snuck in if they didn't do the engine upgrade? So maybe you still have to deal with host issues. Maybe you still
for a
deal
while
with lag.
Until the game comes to its end in the near future, either way.
Right.
Online comes to an end either way. Would you rather have, maybe a year of, no host quits with dedicated servers? Would you rather have a year of the same bullshit? Yeah, you have Uber and Grendel, but you can't fucking play it.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I think the game had a longer lifespan, I think. Like, it's not dead yet. But I think the game had a longer lifespan if there was more content rather than dedicated servers. These dedicated servers, once they come out, which could be end of this month, could be next month, you're looking at 6 months of them maybe. They're expensive to run, and when your community is gone, what's the point in really having them running? So, I don't know. To me, from my standpoint now, of course, when they started doing this 5 months ago, more than that, well, no. I mean, it was a 5-month process. At the beginning, maybe you didn't think that. Maybe you thought you were safe. Maybe you thought you were safe from the lawsuit. Maybe it was somebody from Horror Inc. told you you're good, you're safe. I don't know. We don't know. That's the thing. We're never going to know.
Nobody knows except for the people that are legally allowed not to talk.
Yeah, so it's... Looking at it now, today, to me, the engine upgrade was a complete waste of money. A complete waste of time. And at the end of the day, I think all console players can sit down and agree that we'd rather have content and maybe lose a game every once in a while. All right? Like, I want to play Uber Jason. I'd rather play Grendel. I'd rather whatever the Lazarus experience was. All these things that were going to come.
Yeah. Yes, you have a bad day where you get... Somebody was saying they had 12 host quits in a row. Some days you get that. Some days you might get one.
Yeah.
So, again, you've dealt with it for a year. Could you have dealt with it for maybe another year and a half? Probably. And rather have gotten the new content than wait for these dedicated servers, which honestly probably will end the life of the game sooner when the money runs out.
Yeah. I just think, how much shit could you have snuck in between then and June? How much shit could you have snuck in? Uber was, even now, although they had a whole team devoted to dedicated servers, they still have Uber pretty much very close to being done. Grendel was probably very close to being done. The Lazarus experience, whatever that shit is, if it's in the goddamn menu, you could probably suggest that it's probably getting close to being done.
Right.
Even looking from what we know in the files of what people have data mined, there are several kill packs. There's a new weapon. There's all these things that we could have gotten instead, and I think everybody would come to the conclusion that that is better than dedicated servers. And honestly, honest to God, that's the only benefit of the engine upgrade. If you're asking me, there are some small things. Yes, the graphics are a little bit better, but who the fuck cares? The only real benefit that I have truly gotten from the engine upgrade is FPS improvement
For PC.
For PC.
Right.
My FPS went through the fucking roof after the engine upgrade. I usually could get about 50 to 60 on epic settings before the engine upgrade. Now I'm consistently over 100 FPS on maxed out settings. So that's when I'm not streaming, of course. So I mean, honest to God,
right.
that's the only real benefit that I have found from the engine upgrade. After that, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know? Now, I also think it was important to... I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this, but when you're sitting down and you have to make the decision that you're going to do an engine upgrade, a pretty drastic one, a 4.13 to 4.18, that's a pretty big move, all right? Considering what we know in Elphonic's past of this game, did we really think that an engine upgrade would go smoothly? You know, like, can you really... Like, because this is what Gun probably always has to do. This is why I can't shoot really properly on either Gun or Elphonic, because everything that we know about this lawsuit is all assumptions except for the actual press release that came from them.
Right.
And things they've stated that directly.
Right.
After that, we're assuming these things. We're assuming that they did, like, I'm not saying these things. I'm not assuming this, but like the assumptions that have come from like Reddit and shit. It's like, you assume they don't want to do content anymore. You assume they've given up. You assume they knew about the deadline. You assume they know this and that. Like, we don't know shit. Like, that's what makes all this so hard as a fan of the game.
Right. You can make a good assumption about them knowing about the deadline.
Yeah.
You can make a good assumption, but there's still a 1% chance that they were told they were excluded, and then one day just boom.
Yeah, and like, this is not me defending Gun. If you want to continue to shoot on Gun, fine. Like, I don't know what to say. The thing is, I can't do it myself about shit like that, like assumptions. Especially because a lot of these assumptions are coming straight out of emotion. They're just like, dude, fuck, I gotta blame somebody. Like, we've all done it. We've all been in the situation where, like, we need to blame somebody. And unfortunately, it's Gun taking the heat as they are the voice of Friday the 13th the game.
Right.
So, like, that's just kind of how that shit's gonna be.
Right. I will say this, like, you know, transparency. Like, people are saying they wanted more transparency. They can't say, hey, due to the lawsuit going on, you know, we might not be able to add content here. They can't say that. They legally can't say that. They can't say. I mean, they have come out and said Uber and Grendel aren't done. That's why we don't have them in the game.
Right.
But like, they can't say anything about this lawsuit. They can't say if they think it's going to go smoothly, which is why Wes, when he was like, no, it's not going to end very soon, because I mean, whatever's going to appeal. I'm surprised he could even say that.
Yeah.
That whoever loses is going to appeal. I'm surprised he's even allowed to say that. Like, it's a lawsuit. You can't say shit without getting shit. I bet Wes actually got shit from Horror Inc. for saying that.
Yeah, there was one day, it wasn't about Uber and shit, but there was one day where he like was straight up, God, I don't remember what he said, but it was like, man, Wes just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
No, he
like,
was busting balls.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, he probably got some shit for that.
For sure.
Now, this is what I was going to say before I got to the whole part about, you know, not trying to, you know, assumptions, shit like that. Here's what Gun has to do. And keep it, Gun, they are not developers, nor there's a few of them that are experienced in developing, like Randy is.
I believe Randy and Ronnie are like actual, like, know how to develop a game. Wes knows how to develop a game, but he can't. I don't know if he has the skill to actually do it.
Yeah.
Wes has a lot of knowledge, and so does Ronnie and Randy.
Right. That's it. That's the whole team. No, it's like, I don't know about Ben. I don't know. There's also a few other guys whose name I always forget. But
there's Ish, Izzy, graphic design.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple more people that have been hired at Gun.
Yeah. But a lot of those guys, I'm pretty sure they're working on different games. I'm pretty sure they're working on the other side of publishing for Gun.
Right.
So it's hard to say what they do. But like, obviously, they're publishers. They're not developers. So when they sit down with Elphonic, depending on who that is, that could be Kurz, that could be Chuck, that could be Langoliers.
Probably all three, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. But they sit down and they say, we need this. We want to do Uber Jason. We want to do Grendel. Can you get it done by this time? And I swear to God, am I frozen? How long have I been frozen? Is OBS? No, my voice is still going. Is my voice still being heard though?
It looks like it on the bar.
I just want to make sure that you guys can still hear me. If you guys still hear me, then I can fix the problem.
Yes.
Okay. This is what you're gonna do. You ready for this? A lot of pressure.
You didn't tell me about this.
Just go ahead and press the power button on the back right of the switcher. Back right. Yep. There's a button to press in. Just go ahead and press that. Yep. Okay, now turn it back on. So now we know that it's the live streaming device. Which means you need to. I'll do it.
Time out, people.
Keep talking.
Time out, people.
I can.
So anyway, you're not hearing this or not seeing this, but you can still hear. I believe, right?
Yeah.
Even though the switcher was turned off.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Gunn sits down and straight up says, "All right, we want to do Uber Jason. We want to do Grendel. Can you get it done in a year? With the, you got the current stuff. Can you get it done in a year?" And Ilphonic says, "You know what? Give us a year and a half." Okay. they Gun Media will give them a deadline.
Sorry. I moved the camera on accident when I walked by.
There you go.
All right. Kobe. All right.
Can you switch back to the wide? I don't want my fat body to block his camera. Thanks.
Also the transparency on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So anyway,
Wouldn't be a little mad if we didn't have technical difficulties.
That's right. So anyway, Gun Media says, "Hey, we want to do this. We want to do, Uber and Grendel. Can you get it done in what's a time frame?" And Ilphonic says, "Give us 8 months. Give us 8 months, and we can do it." Gun Media says, "Okay." 7 months go by. They're getting, of course, weekly updates. 7 months go by. They're like, "Hey, are we ready?"
Rachel, quit freezing my goddamn switcher.
Do it.
Quit squeeze. Did you see what I did last time? Double click on it.
Oh man.
Camera switcher.
That's probably what you want to double click on. Deactivate and activate. Now activate it. Oh, you completely broke it this time. You just completely fucking just completely. What the fuck?
Hold on.
This show has a death curse.
It's true.
It's true. All right, close. Get out of my face.
I didn't do it.
Oh man.
My phone.
Chrome closed.
Like we said, wouldn't be a little mad without technical difficulties. Hey.
Hey.
All right, let's not freeze this time. OBS. Por favor.
Por favor.
Por favor.
Por favor.
Are we good?
I'm scared to move.
Okay. Okay. So, again, we get close to the deadline. Gun Media says, Ilphonic.
No sudden movements.
They say, Ilphonic, are we good to go? They say, no. Okay, we'll give you 2 more months? Yeah, we can do it in 2 more months. Okay. A month goes by. Hey, are we good for a month from now? Yes. Okay, let's plan out, our schedule, and tell everybody that, it's coming soon. And then Ilphonic isn't done. Ilphonic doesn't get it done. And then Gun's like, fuck, we said coming soon, and you guys aren't doing the work. You aren't getting it done. I'm sure they are doing the work. They are doing the work, but they're not getting it done. And that's where the issue lies. And then Ilphonic goes quiet, and Gun Media has to stand up and say, hey, us as a team, you can't segregate them. Us as a team all messed up. It's not coming soon. It'll be later. Paranoia, that's a separate issue. But basically Gun Media as a publisher is doing everything they're supposed to. And then they walk over to Ilphonic and they're doing everything they're supposed to. But then it's not getting done in time. There's either a lack of communication or just a lack of skill. At the end of the day.
Okay, here's the thing. People have been giving us some shit about this on the forums. We've been getting a lot of shit in the forums lately because
we went on the forums, so now they're gonna try to eat you up and spit you out if you're a new person.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's just straight hazing at this point, but whatever. Yep. I'll talk about the Halloween poster in a second, guys. I know you guys are all so interested in it. It's just so beautiful. Okay, here's the thing. Like, the forums have been hitting us because I like they called us gun yes men. And fine. If you want to give me shit,
you obviously don't watch. So.
I don't know. We've definitely hit gun many times, but I don't know. I don't get how you can sit there and be like, this is all Gun's fault. Like, oh my god. See, this is what I just read some forums the other day too. This is why I haven't been there in like a week because I can't stand it. You usually, believe it or not, even though we're pretty quiet, we read the forums a lot. And the last week we just can't do it because all of it is just people attacking each other or attacking us as if we're not there. Right. And it's like, Jesus Christ. But like, people saying, well, I can forgive Ilphonic because
they're just doing what Gun says.
They're just doing what Gun says, and they're just, they've had developmental issues. I can't blame Gun for lying and yada. Like, what is Gun? And if you can explain it to me, I'll be on your side. I'm dead serious. This is why I'm having an open fucking discussion. Why do you say Gun has lied to you? Why do you say they've scammed you?
Right.
Like, I'm genuinely fucking curious.
Like, people are like, oh, we didn't get what we promised. But yeah, you did. You got more. We were promised multiplayer and asymmetrical horror.
We as this community, and this was us included, we fit right in this category.
Right.
We've got greedy in terms of this game.
Yeah.
The game went way farther than it was ever supposed to.
Yeah.
More maps, more Jasons, more kills. I mean, just way farther than we were ever supposed to. Tommy Jarvis.
I mean, it was going to be summer camp. It was going to be summer camp with maybe 2 maps by the end of its life.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got greedy about it because they were giving us things that we didn't expect. But then we grew to want those things and need those things and try to force them out of them.
Right.
Even though they were not obligated to do so whatsoever. They fulfilled everything they had to fulfill in terms of Kickstarter. And that's it. Like, that's all they had to do. But yeah, we've gotten greedy. And I just don't... they haven't lied about anything.
Right. I will see people on Reddit, which I don't want to go to anymore because it's awful right now. Like, people will say Gun Media's lied, and people will be like, what have they lied about? And people will say, Gun fanboy. They won't reply. They'll just be like, here they come.
Yeah, actually, I saw that in Reddit the other day. Like, that literal exact thing.
Like, give me a reason, then it gets downvoted to hell, and people are like, found the gun employee.
Yeah.
Like, tell us the reason.
This is a fair point from Resolute Blood that I saw in the chat. Is like, they have not got the soundtrack and art book out yet. And I would say in terms of rewards, they were way overwhelmed because they were slow.
But they have stated since June of last year.
Yeah.
That they are coming after single player content comes out.
Right, yeah, so you have that content in there too. That makes sense. It's just like, yeah, in terms of just all of the rewards, the reward tiers, they were slow in all of them, and I can understand that being
and they were. And that is 100% on Gun Media and who they outsourced those rewards to.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can hold that against them. I think you got that one. I'm not...
They were slow, but you got them, and the art books, they're working on them.
Yeah, I don't know if that's lying. I don't know. I just don't know if there's ever been an example like thrown at me that's been like lying.
Well,
unless you want to talk about coming like.
Here's an example for you. Last year, rewards were promised, I believe October 2016. It's now 2018, and no rewards have been sent out. You know?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
they're still sending them out.
Their rewards are a little bit of a mess entirely.
Yes,
they might be fucked. They might be
changed the game.
Yeah, they might be legally fucked.
Right. That's a separate issue. But like people are saying they want a class action suit because against Gun Media and Friday the 13th the game. Do you realize how ridiculous that is? You submit that to a court, a lawyer will look at that and just laugh and shred it.
Yeah.
Because you've gotten more than you've promised, or that was promised in the Kickstarter. Yes, the game content lasted a year. Some games don't get a year of content.
Yeah.
If this was summer camp, they wouldn't have gotten a year of content.
What's even worse about the people that are saying they're gonna like file a lawsuit is because of the evidence they're using against Gunn. It's like I don't know if you remember this, but one of the ones we saw is like, here's my evidence of why I'm going to take them to court. And it was because like, well, I bought a clothing pack and there are 3 counts that don't have it. But those counts just came out afterwards. It's just stuff like that. Like
again, you're speaking to get attention. It's very clear that you have no intention of actually filing. Then do it. I'll wait for somebody else to.
it's a lot of money.
Exactly.
It's a lot of money to dish out for a case that you can't win. Like there's just no way.
Right. It's a hard knock life.
Yeah.
You know. Also, this is what happens. You know, you build a game based on community. Before the game came out, the devs were super transparent and built up the community. And then when the business side of it happened and the game released and they had to stop being as transparent. Yes, they stopped being transparent altogether for a while. But
then Dan came.
And then Dan came and you started building it up. That's what happens when you let people in. And
yeah, that's like I said, that's where we're all guilty, like all of us in this community. It's like they gave us something, we got used to that something, and then we needed that, we wanted it, like even though they were never obligated to do such things.
Yeah, I saw this I think I don't know if I said this on stream or Slashingcast. It was like the life cycle of a game, of a good game or something. It was like wow, this is cool, I want this, I got this is mine, I need this, game's dead.
Yeah,
you run the game into the ground.
I see you have frozen me again. You're going to have to unplug it, like I've been doing. I'm just going to keep talking. I believe in Rachel that she's going to fix this. Yeah, the white one, and plug it back in.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and I'll talk about this, because I just see coming here. I think this is really important to address, because a lot of people are just like misinformed about this. The whole Savini thing on eBay.
Right.
Now, most of what you're seeing on eBay, plug it back in and then deactivate and activate it again. Just sitting over there, plugging it back in and out over and over again. There you go, you did it. Now cut to me, goddammit. Me. Thank you. So the thing on eBay, what you're seeing right now, 99% of the people on eBay now are using hacks. They're DLL unlockers, which no longer work, I don't think, but that's what those were.
They might work, but easy anti-cheat automatically flags it on
yeah,
PC,
and then you get banned.
And then you automatically get banned.
Yeah, and the people that bought those on eBay that use DLL unlockers, they may not even realizing what they're doing, just kind of following the instructions.
Right.
Those people are the ones that got Uber Jason when that shit happened, and then all those people got banned.
Right.
So that's how that happened, in case you're wondering. For the other ones that actually were codes, there's a big company that's known for doing this, for buying DLC unlockables and then just reselling them on eBay, usually overpriced. And I think this company bought like couple thousand Savinis, and they were selling them off. Those were the codes that got deactivated.
Right.
Right. So if you recall that, God, what is wrong with this thing? Why do we always have to get shit equipment? If we had so much money, if we were rich as fuck, we could just buy proper things instead of Chinese fucking activators, and we'd be fine. Right. But no, this is what we get. But yeah, they bought a shit ton of codes, and then when Savini got deactivated, it was those codes getting deactivated, so they no longer would be sold.
Right.
If that makes fun, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I saw someone say like it was Randy selling them, because I think their location was the same.
It was North Carolina where Randy is.
Yeah, that's, like I said, big fucking assumption.
Also,
big conspiracy theory.
This is a main point that I want to address. If you follow Wes, Ronnie, Randy, Ben, Dan, you follow those guys on Twitter for a day, you will realize how genuine, how nice, just how great of people they actually are. You can call me a fucking dick sucker all you want, but go try it. Go follow them on Twitter if you don't already, and learn about the people they actually are, and you will know that they are not out to scam you, not out to hurt you, not out to scam backers out of Savini.
Even the Elphonic guys, as much as like Elphonic drives me nuts, and usually my issues with the game come through Elphonic from a developmental standpoint. Yeah, they're good guys, all of them. They're super fucking hardworking. They just don't exactly have the talent. I don't know if that's what you want to say, that the skill base in video games. I don't know. They weren't ready. They weren't ready. So yeah, I mean that's kind of where they're good guys, all of them. And some of them we got an honor to actually talk to personally. So that's nice.
We had Wes on the show.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know if we should say this. We've said it probably before. We turned the camera off from the 40-minute interview.
Yeah.
We talked to Wes for another 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
About horror. We just talked to him about horror. We didn't talk to him about the game or anything. We just talked to him about horror in general. And, just getting to know them, that way. I mean, of course, we haven't met them or anything. It just... We know that they're good people, and we are not paid by Gun Media.
No,
I wish.
fucking wish.
We never work in fucking Switcher.
I'll tell you that much.
God
well, the
damn
Switcher's fine. It's $1,000 Switcher.
Yeah.
That's the one good thing we bought for this show. Everything else is cheap as fuck. That's the one good thing we bought for this show.
Right.
It's what the Switcher's going into to get to the computer.
So back to the main point. The OGs are leaving, and the toxic people have taken over. They have taken over.
Yeah,
forums, the Reddit,
even the game. The game. I mean, you go into the game, and it's pretty much always trolls, especially on consoles, bro. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's not enough that you can't have dedicated servers, but you got teamers, and then the host says "fuck the teamers" and leaves, and then the game's over.
Pretty much, yeah. Every single time, it's a shame. I can't remember what else I was going to say. Well, you were talking about Wes and just like Wes being a good guy. I figured we might as well talk about the others. Huh? Chuck is a good guy.
Yeah.
We've got to, because we were, who cares at this point? We were part of the playtesting team in early access and shit like that, even though we're not credited.
Nope.
To this day. Is that count as adding content? Putting our names in the fucking credits as playtesters? Everyone else got credit except for us.
I believe so.
That's adding content?
I think so, yeah.
God. We're never going to get our break. So, yeah, we were part of that. So then you get to play with some Elphonic guys, and they're all good. Then we played with the Elphonic devs on the Xbox stream.
Yeah, on the official Xbox stream.
Yeah, I mean, those are guys. They really are. They're just not the best game developers in the world.
Sorry.
Yeah. The thing is, when Elphonic was hired, they were hired for Slasher Volume 1. That was the game they were meant to make, and they had the skill base to make. They weren't ready for what this game became, and like, that's why I'm trying to be open to the situation, because I'm not trying to be a dick to them. I'm really not.
No,
they just got thrown into a game they weren't ready for. They are all probably pretty well off now. They probably got some pretty good money now, considering this is the only good game they've ever made.
Right. And here's the thing: when you look at it, when you look at their resumes, and people look and say Friday the 13th a game, what is the record for Kickstarter project? It holds a record for crowdfunded games, right? Or third, or it was.
It might be up there.
It was up there for no matter what, game developers don't play the game when they hire you. Yeah. They're fine, with a title as Friday the 13th a game. And then, if they get hired, they're going to see very quickly. Like we said, we played with some Elphonic people. They worked very, very hard. They worked very, very hard. Some of the hardest working motherfuckers I've ever met. Their work just isn't up to what Friday the 13th the game should have been.
Yeah, and just to elaborate on that further, what sucks about the situation is because Gun's the face of the game. Yep. We're aware of that. So any developmental issues also come back to hit Gun, and it makes Gun look bad. I mean, there's definitely some things that make Gun look bad. That's their fault.
Right. Like not talking from August to December.
Yeah, November. And then ultimately, like I said, the engine upgrade, it's their choice. They did that. That's not Elphonic. It's Gun's choice.
They decided to do the engine upgrade to get the dedicated servers and threw it at Elphonic, who weren't up to it.
Yeah.
In the end.
So ultimately, there's just some things that really that Gun deserve to get shit for, but one of them is not the bugs in the game and the broken game. That's not them.
Yeah, somebody. All the time I see on the Reddit, it's like, no med sprays, classic gun, and I'm like, and people are like, and then of course the downvoted comments with -15 is like, how is it classic gun? They can't fix it. Ilphonic can fix it. Gun can't fix it.
Yeah.
And of course that gets just downvoted to oblivion, because at this point nobody will listen, and it's fun for people to actually sit there and hate on the game, like just straight hate. We don't like the game where it's at right now. Broken parties, we can't play.
Dude, yeah, the game, like, you can't fucking play.
No, we can't play. So, we hate that. We hate that about the game. We hate
But like,
call us dick riders, and yet we talk about on streams and throw controllers.
Oh, we even stopped playing it.
We stopped playing. We're not streaming it because we can't play.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's not the internet's fault.
Right. We have problems with the internet for so long with a decent playable game. The internet comes back and the game just trash.
Yeah, for sure. It's a shame. It's just, well, it's like, I don't know, but my whole point of that with the Ilphonic and the development issues, it's, Gun's come back, and now I'm really worried that Gun's going to struggle to find an audience after this. When they make a new game and they're publishing again with somebody else, will everybody just hate Gun right away and hate that game and review it poorly, not play it, or just not buy it at all?
Here's the thing: if you're a fan of the game, if you know anything about this game, you're gonna follow Gun to their next game. You're gonna at least check them out. You're gonna want to check them out.
Yeah.
The people that say I will never buy a game that has Gun Media or Ilphonic on it again, they weren't in the first place. They're not horror fans. They're not, because they would know better. They know better. The people that say that,
usually it's just like usually it's people that just aren't informed. They just kind of
exactly.
read something,
okay,
and believe it. Yeah.
Sure. And then you explain it to them, and then they come back in a toxic way, and you're just like, I'm trying to help you, bro.
Yeah,
I would do that on Twitter all the time, and like I said, like 70% of people go, "Oh, wow, I actually didn't know that. Thank you." And the others is just ride their dicks harder, why don't you? I'm like, bruh, I'm just making you not look dumb. I'm trying to inform you so you don't make yourself look stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you should go buy a Gun game because Gun's name is on it.
Don't write it off.
Yeah, like,
and don't write off Ilphonic's game.
Yeah.
Look at it first.
Yeah.
Look at the games first.
To be fair, Dead Alliance is a pretty good game. They just have broken fucking servers.
That's true.
Dead Alliance was actually fun, and it really was not bug infested. Like,
no, we played the beta for Dead Alliance.
Yeah.
And the beta actually did all right.
Yeah.
And for the first 3 minutes of each game, pretty fun.
Yeah, pretty fun.
And then the game would end.
Yeah, like just servers just like would crash. It would never fucking work. I don't know what was going on.
I guess it's still chugging on consoles.
Yeah, they still update it.
Good for Ilphonic.
They don't update PC though.
No, good for Ilphonic though. I guess.
I don't know what side of the team that is. I don't know who does that shit, but whatever. I mean, at least you got Dead Alliance to fall back on. I wonder where I am genuinely curious, despite the game F13 in its state. I am genuinely curious where everybody's going to go. Like, what's Gun doing next? I'm sure Gun has something in line, especially as a publisher.
You're a publisher. You're not working on one game at a time. You got Project Milius. That's all we know. They could be working on 3 other games right now. They could have a licensed game in the works right now.
I hope so. I hope that is what happened. Like, I hope they got another license.
When you step back and look at it, Gun Media was ready for Friday the 13th game. Ilphonic was not. And they're one team. Once you develop the game, you're all one team, so you get grouped together.
Yeah.
Ride their dicks harder, but that's just the truth.
Well, here's the thing. Despite the mistakes that have Gun made, despite issues I've had with them and stupid decisions I think they've made or lack of transfer, whatever. Just any issues I've had with Gun, I do think that there is no better publishing team to take on F13.
Right.
Like, do you really want people that aren't true horror fans?
They're horror fans.
Yeah, and they're actually Friday the 13th fucking nerds. Yeah. Like, especially Wes, who's really matters the most at the end of the day for this game.
Yep.
Because he is the big hoss boss. All right, he is the guy that makes the choice at the end of the day.
It was Wes and Ronnie, and then it expanded from there.
Yeah.
They brought on Randy and Ben.
Yeah, but the fact that you could walk into Wes's office, okay, and I think this is important to this game. The fact that you can walk into Wes's office and you'll see a Friday the 13th Part 4 poster, and he'll have
That
a little
poster was so cool.
yeah, he'll have a little Jason mannequin on it. It's not the game figure. Like he has mass. He was a fan of Kane. Like he actually likes the movies.
When the game was Slasher Volume 1, he wanted Kane Hodder to do the mocap.
Yeah.
They didn't expect to get Friday the 13th to get the license for it.
Yeah.
They didn't have any money.
Yeah.
They didn't have any money for it.
Yeah, they reached out to Kane right away when it was still Slasher.
Like, hey, we want a fucking man.
Yeah, we need
fucking
you.
people up.
So yeah, I mean, like, I think they were the best. They were true fans. I don't think you could find another publishing team that truly was like that. So, I'm with them there. And I hope that's enough to maybe get them another license with a promising developer, like a AAA developer, if that is at all possible. Get somebody that really is good at game development, and combine them with Gun on a different horror license game, and I think you have something of fucking perfection. I wish they could do a Friday the 13th sequel with a better dev team.
I just don't see that happening.
I don't either.
Especially because this lawsuit is going to go on for years.
I honestly, I don't ever start to see another one. But a Halloween game, we know. I'm not saying Gun because Gun's the best publishers in the world.
No. We're just saying horror fan. They're
like,
horror fans.
I think a publisher like Gun, if you can find someone else like Gun for it, fine. But I think
that's the point.
Yeah, like I think they are important because they know the movies, and if you don't take somebody that's not a fan of the movies and give them a licensed title, because it will never work out at the end of the day. Fans will judge it, and true fans of the films won't like it. Which is why people like we sit here today and don't like things like the Halloween DLC for Dead by Daylight. As cool as it is to see Michael in a video game and Laurie in a video game that's not accurate, they don't look good, he doesn't move right. It's all things that'll bother you as a fan of the film.
Right.
Usually you can look past it. I don't mind Dead by Daylight. I don't mind playing as Michael, but it's just like
I think Dead by Daylight is a cool concept. The game, Friday the 13th, the game, you can't bring other killers in.
Yeah.
For more variation. That's what people like about Dead by Daylight. There's more variation in the killers, different speeds, different abilities, really. I mean, all the Jasons are pretty much the same. You have your 4 abilities. You have, the strengths and the weaknesses.
Yeah, like they're different, but they're
different.
Not.
They're different, but they're the same. And that's what a lot of people don't like about the game and like about Dead by Daylight. And I can see that. I like that aspect about Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. Dead by Daylight, like, playing it again now, it shines a lot more than it used to me. Like, I was playing as a survivor recently, and I think that it plays a lot better than it used to, for sure. I went, 2 years without fucking playing a survivor. I hated it so much.
That is a toxic community, too.
Yeah, especially if you're a killer. There's a lot... The game, F-13's the same way. You have so much pressure on you as a killer. And
the game just isn't built for you to, just destroy and run through people every time.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like, this is where Dead by Daylight and F-13, I think both are really just not getting it yet. Is the fact that it's balanced in a way where you can troll as a survivor or a counselor is really just an issue with me. I don't understand how that's fun. Even as playing as a counselor or a survivor, whatever.
It's not fair.
Yeah, like, dude, you could troll the shit out of people.
Looping in both games.
Like, the fear factor is definitely gone for being a survivor in those games. I just don't... It's not scary.
You get the occasional really good stock shift.
Yeah, somebody
you get the occasional... I don't know the term in Dead by Daylight, where... Because I remember there's a gameplay that you made where you actually were scared. You were actually kind of scared.
Yeah, because the music, the way the music is in Dead by Daylight, it's pretty tense,
right?
And it really only activates properly when you see them in your fucking face,
right? And the first person element, you can't rotate your camera and see how far he is away from you.
Well, it's third person as a survivor,
right?
So which is kind of funky. So, but
right.
But first person as a killer,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's just I truly do think it is scarier to play as a survivor in Dead by Daylight than it is in F-13.
Right.
I think the music issue that F-13 has is still a problem. I think it should have been changed. Him being next to you should not be what triggers your music. You seeing him, that makes sense to me to trigger the music, which is how Stalk is. It should be like that all the time. Like, if you see him, you hear music. I think that's how Stalk should work, or how the game should work in general. That Stalk, just let Stalk remove footsteps. That's scary.
Yeah.
I think that's a way scarier concept, and you're constantly under tension. You don't know if he's next to you. I try turning your music off sometime in the game,
Right.
and just see how that plays out for you.
Right.
Like it's way scarier if you don't know he's next to you. Yeah, I mean that's I have a million things I could say, but I am going to answer the question about this fucking poster now before I go in. I'll let you guys ask questions about F-13 and we can dive into more things that if you may not know. This poster I have for Halloween. Can you go to the wide, please? Look at that. You can't really see it that well because this camera kind of ruins it. But what? I had to move it. It doesn't deserve that. I got it from China. There's a Chinese company on eBay that sells them for like $15.
They're really cheaply made too.
Yeah, because they haven't sold these yet. They haven't sold these yet, and they never will sell Victor Crowley. And I got Victor Crowley's poster from the same company. So if you're interested, I recommend it. The shipping's about fucking a month.
Right. It took a month.
It's about a fucking month before you get anything from them. All right. Oh, I have another wonderful discussion. And this is another one might break some hearts because I'm going to spit what I believe to be the truth. But of course, this is all assumptions again. Recently in our Discord, on Reddit, on everywhere that's F-13 based, people have been sharing a screenshot that came from Victor Miller's email. So we think. So people say.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right.
That's the word I was looking for. Allegedly, Victor Miller responded to somebody's email. And I'll just read to you. Can you switch to the old computer? The old computer screen, please. That was great. That was great. And this is all it says. It just says, "Thank you for your understanding. Note, to be clear, I applied per an act of Congress in the 1970s for a restoration of my copyright after 35 years.
And that we know is true.
Yes, it is. The current holders turned around and sued me to stop me from proceeding. When the judge makes his ruling, either way, the game will go forward. Hang in, best VM." The first thing I want to point out about this, because I don't know, this 50-50 shot, this is real or fake. Like 50-50 shot, if you're asking me. Can you go back to the computer one more time? The email's blocked off.
Yeah, Victor Miller email is public.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's on his website. It was on Twitter all over, especially when you know the whole.
You go back now.
When this whole thing came up, when the stoppage of content happened, his email is public.
Yeah,
emails are public. By the way, all emails are public. You
just gotta find
if you don't want people emailing you, hide your email. But but his email's out there for the public.
Yeah, so I don't really understand like that choice, which kind of make me like, oh, that's probably not him. The thing that drives me away from it all the time is he hasn't responded to very many people. I don't even know if he's really responded to anybody. If I was him, I personally would not have. And the thing is, it's like I could make that Gmail in 2 seconds. That email.
I could make any email and say my name is Victor Miller, or it. It takes 30 seconds to make an email saying my name is Kobe Bryant.
Kobe, yeah.
My name is Kobe Bryant. My email is kobeBryant824@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So,
another thing. He's, what the fuck does he know about the game? I'm not being a dick. I'm not saying like anything bad about Victor. All right. So even if he did actually say this or not, either way, it makes no sense to me for him to state, "Hey, the game will continue if I win or lose. Whatever happens, the game will continue." It's like, now hold on, you don't know what Gunn said. You probably don't know shit about the game. You don't know Gun Media. I just don't understand that. And if he was saying that, it was probably just to cheer somebody up.
Also, in a lawsuit, you are not allowed to say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really see him saying that. I don't know. It doesn't seem right to me. And he does not know shit about the game, I'm sure. What he does know is the fact that it's made money, and that's really all he can know.
And it is Friday the 13th.
And it's Friday in the game, so like he would,
right.
At the end of the day, he probably wouldn't be getting a cut of something in terms of their profits. Ideally, there had to come to some sort of settlement. Like, he's gonna win. I don't really care what anybody says.
No, it's in the Constitution.
Yeah.
After whatever amount of years, it changes every once in a while.
Yeah.
But after it was 35, I believe. 35 years.
Yes.
When the script was written, 35 years, you can exercise your constitutional right to claim your writing back. And
Mm-hmm.
what Horror Inc. is saying is that we had an agreement. You were a freelance writer, right?
If he
He wasn't under contract.
Yeah, if he was hired. Okay, if he made the script himself, if he made it on his own work and was not hired to do so, then then yes, his case is valid and he can cut that copyright and that's now his. That's what he's trying to do. He's saying that I was not contractually obligated to write the script and I was not hired to do so. So that's where his argument's coming from. What Sean's trying to say and Horror Inc. is trying to say is that, no, you were hired to do this. I have proof here. The problem is, if you ask, this is why I think Victor's going to win. The proof that Horror Inc. is showing, that the documents there, that this is, you can read all this in the suit, in the
Right.
the final suit, in the complaint. The proof that Horror Inc. is showing it and Sean's showing is totally not going to hold up. It is the most, I don't know, failure of a lawyer contract I've ever seen. And this is what Larry was saying to us too, is
Right.
whoever made this, they didn't really care. It was not a lot of effort that went into this contract, and Victor's just taking advantage of that situation.
Right.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing, and I don't know. It's not good or bad. It's just how it is. He has the right to do it. Sean has the right to sue, I guess, under what evidence he has, but I don't think it's going to hold up.
No.
I think he's going to lose, and I think Victor is going to. No matter okay.
Time out. It's not the Constitution. It's Copyright Act of 1976, I believe, was the act.
Yeah.
Enacted by Congress.
Yeah.
Right. It's a law.
The Constitution.
It's a copyright law.
Yeah. So
Set in stone law.
yeah, and that's where Victor is running with it.
Right.
And he had to give him a 2-year notice, which he did do. I think he waited a year after he was legally allowed to. I think that's where he kind of. Yeah, no, he did. He waited a year after he was supposed to. Yeah, because he could have filed in 2015. He didn't file until 2016, and then I think the court itself is supposed to be. It was supposed to go into court once, then it failed, and then it was supposed to go. They went back in, and then
Right.
There's been this case is all over the fucking place. There's been 3 different complaints. There's been they were supposed to come to an agreement in October, didn't do that. Then they were supposed to come to an agreement in July. We're waiting for that. Will it happen? Probably not. But even if they do, there's going to be
Whoever loses, Victor Miller or Horror Inc.,
Yeah.
they're going to appeal it, and that's another. You're back at square one. They're going to redo everything they just did.
Yeah, and then you got another 2 years, and then
Then it goes. Then I don't know if the appeal goes to a jury or if
it'll go to an appellate court, and which could be. It shouldn't be.
I forget what Larry said. He said at some point it could go to a jury.
Yeah, but that would be for the main. I don't think it would go to an appellate court.
So
that wouldn't be a jury.
So after whoever loses is going to appeal, and then after the appellate court, if they can appeal again, I think that's what Larry said.
I think what would happen in an appellate court is if whoever's appealing, if they do hold up, and they win that case in the appellate courts, then they'll go back to the state. And then they'll go back to the same case that we're stuck in right now.
Right, that's what Larry was saying.
Yeah, what a fucking mess, dude. It's a complete fucking
And it
mess.
just fucking sucks.
It does. It is so dumb. Not even just a game, dude. It just hurts. It hurts everything. Everything is being hurt by this. The movies. Killer Puzzle got hit. The game got hit. Even certain merchandise is going to get hit too. Because your contract only lasts so long, and that's where those license issues come in. So NECA can only push so far with it too, and shirt sales, things like that are going to get hit.
The soundtrack.
The soundtrack
Can go. The soundtrack is good. Friday the 13th, the game soundtrack is still good to go.
Yeah,
but you can't sell a clothing pack.
Yeah, and the thing, from my understanding, and this is, I'm going off of shit that Larry has said and other, I'm just going off of lawyer shit. From my understanding, they can make different versions of the game to sell too, but they just can't change the content that's on the disc. So, they can still, this is where things, like the vinyl records that are coming out, like Part 5, that's why those are okay, because they're not changing the content that is them.
Correct.
You're just changing what the format they're coming in.
Correct.
Which is, I think the game can do too.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you would do. Can we sell steelbooks publicly?
They probably could do that. They probably could resell the steelbooks. Will they? Probably not. It costs a lot to make them.
Well, the problem is you do anything like that, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. It doesn't matter like how cool it is, how limited edition it is.
It's
you're cash grabbing.
You're cash grabbing.
Yeah, and you're gonna get
in
called
that case, you might not be cash grabbing. In that case, you might be cash grabbing. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's apparent when it is and when it isn't. It really is. You can tell when it's a cash grab.
Yeah, like the Child's Play remake.
Right. If they came out with steelbooks, maybe that's a cash grab.
Yeah.
I would say if they came out with steelbooks, I don't think they would come out with steelbooks because I believe that was backer.
It was
Backer
Kickstarter exclusive, yeah.
Right. So
that version of the steelbook is a Kickstarter exclusive.
that's true.
You could do different steelbooks.
That's true.
You could do
Also,
so much.
while we're at it with the cash grabbing comments, the Steam Summer Sale, they submitted for that, 6 months ago.
Hey, avoid the wide. Look at my face. It's cut off. I don't deserve this. Listen, you believe this shit? Rachel's sitting over there. Listen,
You can still see.
since
That's not my fault you're leaning over.
since I'm comfortable, all right? Would you believe Adam Wilson just said, what is Rachel's thoughts on all of this? And she's fucking sitting over there on this wide shot, my fucking face cut off, all right? Eating a goddamn pizza. My fucking pizza, man. So, what is, I don't know what you think she is. Avoid the wide, thanks. Oh, now you're getting your greasy pizza ridden.
I'm eating with my left hand. My right hand is completely clean.
Uh-huh. Okay, sure. What was my point? Where were we at?
Nick was talking. You interrupted Nick.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just really important to me. My face was
My
cut
point is over because I don't remember it.
off. Jeez. I don't know. I don't really know what else I can say about this situation.
Also, not also. In conclusion, everything that these people think on Reddit, the clearly toxic people that know they're toxic, everybody's a lawyer over there.
Oh my.
Everybody's a lawyer on the forums. Who would have fucking thought? It's all based off assumptions.
Yeah.
And we may never know what went on in Gun Media HQ when they were coming up on that deadline, because legally we can't.
I'll tell you what, I'm applying to Gun. I'll be community boy, and Dan can be community man.
And then quit and steal all their secrets.
Yeah.
Find the president's book.
Yeah.
Find the president's book and take it.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right. See you in 2020, everybody.
Gosh.
Good times.
I hope nobody gets fired. This is actually another thing I think was important. Like, we just got Dan. Don't get rid of him.
I believe on the Ilphonic side, I believe Wes came out busting balls. I think he said that they were moving on to other projects. They're slowly weaning, or at least the art people,
Yeah, what do you need
the actual
it for?
right?
Well, Langoliers will move on. He's a creative director, is he not?
Right. There's nothing to direct.
Yeah, fucking Langoliers.
They can do bug fixes, so they're going to keep those Ilphonic people on to do the bug fixes until there's no more bugs to be fixed. Sorry. But
will we get to a point, like, in all seriousness, will we get to that point where there's no bugs? Or at least, like, they're very small and minimal?
I don't think so. With Ilphonic, no. I don't. Maybe minimal, maybe. Depends on how much money they have, Because how many people they have on staff to fix the bugs. Because like I said, the art people, the game designer people, they're gone mostly. I don't know the actual term for bug fix people. What job title the people have that are doing the bug fixes.
Yeah.
So, but they're still employed. The other people have moved on to other projects at Ilphonic. I don't believe anybody's been fired. Hopefully, we don't get to that point.
Yeah.
For either side, they just expanded the game. Friday the 13th, the game allowed Ilphonic to quadruple in size, and Gun to double,
double in size. A little more than double.
From 4 to about 10, maybe.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah. So
I mean, also I think I don't know about Gun, but I think both are sitting. I know Ilphonic's sitting in a new office, so they expanded. So
they expanded, I believe, the week before the game came out, if I remember correctly.
Right.
I think it was the week before the game came out. They moved offices. I don't know. I believe they were just moved down the street or a couple, a city over maybe. They stayed in Denver, or the Denver area, wherever
in Denver. Yeah.
Yeah, they moved to a bigger office, which we saw in the Dev Diary.
Yeah.
Dev Diary number 1.
Yeah. Man, the
Still
only
waiting on
one.
number 2.
No, still waiting on number 2. I want to go over what KM Play said too. It's like when Gunn did say when the lawsuit is done, they still won't pursue gameplay. So the thing, they did say that, and I do believe them for the most part. But I guarantee you that if the game were to, or if the lawsuit were to really settle within,
And nobody appeals.
yeah, if the lawsuit were to really settle in 2018, and I think that's pretty much your limit is 2018, I think they'll continue. I think West was just being like brutally honest, like, hey, like, nope, we're done. That way you don't have hope.
It's better not to, sit there and say, you never said not to expect any content.
Right.
So he's busting balls. He's saying, hey, there's not going to be any content because right now there's a 99% chance we don't get content ever again. They're going to appeal. Whoever loses is going to appeal, and the lawsuit goes on for more years. The game fund runs out of money, and they have to shut the servers down.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure though that they would come back.
Right. If for some reason nobody appealed, which again Wes said that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But if for some reason the loser didn't appeal, and it was actually settled, I bet they could either pick up with Ilphonic or find another dev team to pick up where they left off.
Yeah.
Which leads to the point.
Preferably the latter.
Preferably the latter. which then you said, why can't Ilphonic hire a new publisher? That the publisher is
no, it's Guns. It's Guns.
It's
game.
Gun Media's game. They hired Ilphonic.
Yeah.
It wasn't the other way around. Summer Camp was Wes and Ronnie brainstorming.
When's that lawsuit happening? When's Ilphonic gonna try to get their copyright of F-13 because they weren't officially hired to?
What's the
35 years. So
is it 35 years? I think it might be longer now.
For copyright to now. Oh, shit.
Bob Zemeckis. Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah,
it's a certain amount of years after you die. I don't know if it's the same.
After you die, it's 75, I think.
So,
or maybe it's 150 now, but I think it's 75.
Right. So that all changes. So, yeah, Ilphonic, 75 years after Wes dies. So a couple hundred years from now, because Wes is immortal.
Yeah.
No, that's not. They're pretty contracted.
They thought ahead on this one. Thoughts on why weekly challenges that were shown on the website when it launched were never available. They gave up. No, I'm just kidding. Like, what's the fucking point? It wasn't. Right. It wasn't a high priority.
Yeah, Ilphonic didn't move to Washington. They opened a second office in Washington. They still have the office in Denver.
Yeah,
I believe the
Washington Music. There's something for music?
Yes, I believe the Washington office isn't games at all. I believe that's straight music. Because I saw Chuck on Twitter saying I'm at the Seattle office or whatever Washington office, and it was my home for the next 4 days.
Yeah, that was okay. I remember that.
There might be some game going on there, but they have 2 offices. But I did actually see Chuck say we are opening the second office months ago, which goddamn, good for you.
Yeah, but now what?
Right.
But now what? How much did you miss? You missed a lot. We're at that point where we're actually kind of wrapping up with what we have written down to discuss.
Right.
I don't know if there's anything else to... Whatever you guys want to talk about, I have more to say about anything. Ask me anything. Is that we're doing an AMA?
I guess while we're here, we can... we kind of touched on it, but why haven't we, streamed? Because nobody watches anything on our channel except for F-13.
Yep.
And we can't play F-13 because we can't party up.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing some more Twitch stuff at least. But I don't know, dude. Like, we're really hurting right now from where we're fundamentally at. I remember actually. I think the last time we did Little Mad, we talked about what we got paid last month from YouTube, which you could do the math. We were making. You could literally do the math yourself and figure out how much we got paid last month. But we were paid $1,200 last month. And that was after single player challenges. Like that's what we got. That was way higher than we usually do. Usually we make about 400. This month we're expecting roughly 400. So I mean,
$400.
$400
a month.
A month.
That's good if you're a college student working a part-time job.
Yeah.
And how many hours do we both put in every week?
Too much. Too much, man.
I mean, it's 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And then Reviving Camp Blood's about to take over our lives, where we can't work for a week.
Yeah.
So
it's just, I don't know, man. Right now, it's scary thinking about content creation because it's something I never want to give up on. but like right now it has to be a job, and like it is a job, and that's what it ended up becoming. And it's like when your salary gets cut tremendously. We were looking up, man. There were so many there was a point a month ago where we were very comfortable. We're like, all right,
finally.
As you sit here as a content creator, you just had your biggest paycheck ever, which is what we got paid last month. That was by far the biggest paycheck we ever had. I think it was double what we did before. And then we knew what else was coming afterwards. We knew that Jason X was coming, Uber Jason was coming, Grendel was coming. We could expect more kill packs coming. We could expect more trailers to come with Jason X and Uber. We still weren't sure how that was going to play out in terms of new counselors. Still like
new ways to kill Jason. That's a huge video.
Yeah, and then different escapes that come with Grendel, how to escape. Like there were so many things that we had planned, written out on that fucking whiteboard over there, ready to go. They're like, we're doing this. This is what we're covering. And then you get stuck and you have to erase it all. And then you're just like, fuck, what do we do? Things like Slash and Cast Newsflash, we always were heading there. We knew we were going to head there. If you brought Bloody, you probably haven't even fucking seen it because it doesn't have that many views because nobody fucking cares about anything else except for F13.
Right.
But that was something we always knew we were going to head there because we want to cover all horror news and we know we're going to continue to do that. We just had to put it into action way faster than we ever planned on doing it. Like we had plans before then.
Right.
We have Slashcast Bash Trash, which is expected to premiere probably next week or the week after. That's way more complicated than I ever anticipated it being. That's why it's taking so long.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's a whole fucking format that's similar to... It's on the same set as Newsflash, which Newsflash is getting a green screen set, by the way. We weren't ready yet. But we really wanted to promote Scream Comes Home. They deserve it. So that's why that has just a white background.
Right. Yeah, and then, like I said, Reviving Camp Blood comes up. And we can't work for a week, so we're trying to get videos ahead. But already people aren't watching news videos. And now if we record a video a week ahead and release the news video... that's old news, it's really not going to get.
We're going to find out pretty clearly how the state of our channel is on Monday. If Slash and Cast doesn't get any views, we know where we're at, what position we're in.
Yeah, and like we said, we were also banking on last year having any news at all.
Yeah.
In the last 4 months. It's expected to come out summer 2018, and summer ends in September 22nd. So, yeah, we have that. But, I mean, October, or end of late 2018 should be, pretty good. We have Death Stranding coming out that we're going to cover, get the gameplays out. Same thing with Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Other horror games coming out. Spider-Man.
We have plans. We have plans, for these things, but they were like Death Stranding. Let's do The Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2. Is anybody really going to watch us do it when YouTubers that have millions of subs are playing it too? Are you really going to watch us? That's kind of the spot we're at now.
Right.
The thing with F13, like I'm not trying to like fucking brag. But the community was limited, okay?
Very limited a year ago.
Yeah, and there were only so many people that truly covered the game update by update.
There were a couple of the medium to small to getting to medium. I mean, I consider us medium.
Yeah.
They didn't start covering the game until October.
Yeah.
Some of the people you've seen that now when you think of F13 content creators, it's this person, this person, this person, this person. These two people didn't start until October. This person didn't start until January.
Yeah, or like they just stopped. A lot of them get like the guy. Like, I'm not making fun of him. I totally respect what he did. I think he was smart about it. He tried to expand his channel to go into a different category to avoid exactly what's happening to us right now. And that's Sleeve Biker. Sleeve Biker faded away from the game.
Maybe March he stopped covering those engine upgrade news videos. Maybe March, maybe even February.
Yeah,
he just stopped.
Yeah, and like I don't blame him. Like I said, like I think he did. I'm not saying he did the right thing, but I'm saying like he did a smart thing, and because now he did what we were trying to avoid. Like now we're stuck. We have this niche on our fucking back, and
right. We hoped that people subscribe to our channel for us and for F13, but it's kind of apparent that it's more for F13.
Yeah,
in general,
there are people that are here for us, which is
you guys.
If you're here, I mean, you're here for us,
right?
At the end of the day,
and we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
we really do. What is like, there's only so many.
Yeah.
we have 48, a little over 48,000 subs, and we have roughly 50 people watching on Twitch.
And
we put that in tab.
And our most recent video has 2,500 views.
Yeah, which wasn't F-13 related, but the F-13 video before that has 17,000 views.
And even that's down.
Yeah, considering, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't know, it's just, we're just in a scary spot.
Yeah.
We have bills, people.
Yeah,
we have
really do.
bills to pay.
I do want to address this before it flies by out of the chat, but I know it's a fan film, Reviving Camp Blood, and non-for-profit, but wouldn't the lawsuit stop you guys since it's Jason Voorhees? No. Fan film, I mean, even if it wasn't, the lawsuit going on, like, we can't say, we can't make profit off of a fan film.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're good, if anybody from Horror Inc., Paramount, Victor Miller, if you're really that inclined, want to reach out to us if we're doing something we shouldn't be. But we are, we're good.
Yeah, believe me, we did not profit. We're not rolling any Kickstarter money because that shit was gone so fast.
No, there's a section of the whiteboard getting ready for all the more expenses that we need to buy for Reviving Camp Blood because we want to make it a good film, and we didn't expect our income to stop.
Yeah, so now, I mean, we're still have to buy some things for Reviving Camp Blood.
If you were to realistically put a budget on Reviving Camp Blood, imagine we asked for a Kickstarter with this number. What number do you think Reviving Camp Blood would be?
I think to properly cover what's gone into it, including like credit, like debt we're in now because of it, at least 20 grand, at least.
Yeah, and we asked for 8,500.
Yeah. I'd say,
and we got 11.8. I'm not 100% sure, but 11.6 maybe. Which I mean, I
think we got 11.3, and then I think like there were 5 people that ended up not paying. Like they didn't change whatever.
Then there were people that had corrupted payments. So
right, yeah, that's what I was looking for.
So, but we knew what we were doing. We have a script that we felt comfortable asking 8,500 for.
Yeah, it's like we could do it, but it's going to be tough.
Right, and we got a little extra money. We're going to try to do that, and then, of course, we're putting in our own money, as we do.
Yeah.
Reviving Camp Blood, going to be good.
Yeah, we're excited, especially, like, we've been... did you see my tabs? Listen, spoiler alert, there's nothing to spoil here. You guys won't fucking... You won't know any... Let me get to it. Let me go... Wait, I got to get something that... Let me go... Yeah, this is fine. We'll show them. Look at my tabs.
Look at the
see
tab
them all?
names.
If you know anything about filmmaking, you understand that those tabs are... They're something, all right? Okay, go back. Quit spoiling the whole film for them. No, there's nothing spoiled there. It's just like literally every tab is shit we've been working on, and then so what we've been doing right now. If you want your Kickstarter update before you get it officially,
right? I plan on putting that out at some point.
Yeah, like where did my I was like, where did my Twitch go? But it's a different window. Right now we've been properly shot listing. Which is why what you just saw on the tab. Like we've been shot listing very fucking detailed. It's basically storyboarding, but just writing it out exactly what you're doing.
It's basically shot listing and storyboarding combined in a way that flows, saves time, and makes sense.
But it takes forever to do.
Right, you got to sit down and break down the scene. How many? We did 2 scenes.
We did 2 scenes last night.
One was short, and one was medium to long, I would say.
Yeah, but it was dialogue driven. It wasn't an action scene.
It was dialogue driven, not action, and it took 3
hours.
3.5 hours for 2 scenes out of. I don't want to say Don't want to say how many scenes.
Don't tell them.
No,
technically they're not. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to explain it because then it just gets more confusing.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty grueling process.
But it's fun.
It's fun.
Headaches.
Headaches. Headaches.
But yeah, but to answer your question, going good.
Yeah, going pretty well. Yeah. One of the things that should be revealed in the Kickstarter update, which we weren't going to say until the Kickstarter update because it's supposed to be a surprise. Spoiler. We have our cast locked, and we should be revealing that cast on Kickstarter. Soon. Whatever the next update is.
For festivals, there are a lot of limited festivals we can do, and
because most include non-copyrighted material, like not like so F-13 like can't really go into it.
Right. Never Hike Alone for some of those festivals was given an exception.
Oh, that's interesting.
Texas Frightmare.
Oh, I didn't even know they were part of that.
I believe they were. They're at Scares That Cares next week or 2 weeks.
Oh, that's cool. I seriously didn't
They're
know
at that film festival. Yeah, they got a couple exceptions because then I went and looked for that film festival, and we've looked in the past for submitting film festivals, and they do not have fan fiction or non-copyrighted fan fiction sections.
Yeah.
But yet Never Hike Alone is there, so they got an exception. So maybe we'll get that exception, maybe not. Whatever.
Yeah, we've had we didn't submit our last F-13 one in, but we did do our Halloween one. We didn't even submit it. It just got picked up by a couple festivals.
Right.
I went to New York for a panel for that Halloween fan film, which is, I don't know why, but we did. So yeah, I mean, we'll try. Don't get me wrong, we'll try. Where we are separated from Never Hike Alone, despite being relatively close in numbers, no, they made it about 40% more than we did, but where we're separated is one, they had press out the ass. I mean, out the fucking ass. They had press.
Yeah, they were on every horror news website. We even talked about them.
Yeah.
And then we post ours and we reach out to press and are ignored. Straight up. We did not get any response. I'm like, oh, okay. You're still recovering from the physical release of Never Hike Alone promotion, because not only did they get the funding promotion twice, the failed one, the second one that made it, they also got the physical release promotion too.
Yeah.
And we got nothing. I don't know if that's because our film wasn't done when we asked for.
Well, they weren't done, but
fundraising.
At least so from what we they weren't done. They just had they had the 21-minute film done, but then expanded to a 54-minute film.
And of course, they're in California. They have access to way better equipment than we could ever think about affording.
Well, cast and crew,
and cast and crew, really talented crew.
Yeah.
Right now, our crew is. We've never met the crew. They've offered to volunteer, and we.
That's another thing, you can't pay them.
And we can't pay them.
We legally can't pay them.
No.
So it's like, hey...
You got to find decent workers for no pay.
Yeah. And then people that are even in our area that we usually would work with, we're driving 5.5 hours to the location.
Yeah.
And it's a week-long shoot. Hopefully only a week-long shoot. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a really, really, really long days. But we're hoping for a week-long shoot, and it's a 5.5 to 6 hour drive up to our location from where we live.
Right.
And that's a real motherfucker. Try to getting people that you need to get, you have real jobs you have to do. I need you to take a week off. I need you to be okay with me not paying you. I need you to drive all this distance, stay in a cabin that you may not be comfortable with, and do as I say. And work really long days.
And
nights.
And of our cast, of the main cast, true actors and actresses that want to make it or have, credits that want to be an actor and actress.
Yeah, as in, it's a career they're pursuing.
It's of our main cast of
3, 4
of the main cast, I would say is the main 6.
Yeah, main 6. I think 3 of those want to do a career.
3 want to be an actor or actress.
Yeah.
The others are just doing
it. Have experience.
They have experience and want to help.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're at with that.
Right. That's main cast though. We got other cast members, and I believe in the last Kickstarter update we gave the character descriptions. So the main cast.
Yeah.
Who they are, you'll find out pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
The length of Reviving Camp Blood? Well, we don't know for sure.
Yeah, we haven't.
It's going to be a feature length.
Shit changes in editing.
Right.
By definition, it will be feature length. I can tell you what I do know is that usually with script to screen, it's usually about a minute per page on a script. Our script is 79 pages, which is a lot more than we ever expected. It just the story flew that way. And
right. Some pages take longer, some pages take shorter.
Yeah, you never know.
Right.
I think dialogue scenes. So what we shot listed last night, scenes like that I think will actually be faster than what their script to page shows.
Right.
So it just depends.
When do you update the IMDb for Reviving Camp Blood? It's tough because we don't have an official poster yet. Because we don't have footage from the film.
Yeah,
and stills and such. We can make a concept poster. That's low priority. Low priority issue, as Ilphonic likes to put. But as far as cast, part of me wants to update it, but the other part of me wants to wait until September.
Yeah,
And then just boom.
yeah, until the release is there.
I don't know. Like we said, you have an IMDb page with no pictures, no stills, no nothing, and people don't tend to look at it.
Right. Resolute Blood, appreciate the host, my babe.
Thank you for that.
I apologize, I can't see that far on the screen. It's so far over there. Ugh. I did like since we were just talking about the physical release of
Never Alone.
I'm Never Hike Alone. I did want to say like we've been asked about it like a million fucking times. But the thing is, it's very to me a fan film being on a Blu-ray or DVD just seems kind of odd.
Yeah.
I bought Never Hike Alone. Don't get me wrong, but like it just seems kind of odd. So I don't think so. I would doubt it. If the demand is there, if people really want it, I'm not going to turn them down.
We're gonna wait until the film's out. Obviously, if we were to take pre-orders and the film sucks, then you guys would feel like you got screwed.
Yeah, exactly.
So we want to wait and see, would you guys actually want it? And then we get to the point where, because some Kickstarter backers got the behind-the-scenes package. Now that would be something you put on a Blu-ray. So we would have to figure out different stuff that didn't make it in the behind-the-scenes package to go on the Blu-ray with it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have to fund the Blu-rays.
Yeah. And then, also... What? I don't know what she just said, but there's also, like, press coverage for the Blu-ray, too. Which I think... Like we said already to, like, 2 seconds ago, is we didn't get any press coverage, like, at all.
No.
Not a single site covered us. And the only reason we made the money we did... There's 2 reasons. One, we have a kick-ass fucking fan base of very loyal people. So the loyal host shined, right? and then Kane. Kane shared it, and owe him my life for that. So.
And I don't want to say any names just in case, but it made it to somebody actually pretty big in
right
in Hollywood, in the filmmaking and television industry. So that
his name will be on the poster.
His name will be on the poster and in the credits. It's so he, of course, spread the word himself. And honestly, I don't know how he even saw it. I really don't. Actually, I do. I know exactly how he saw it. Do I want to say?
I don't know.
You know what? I will. Jason Simone. There were a bunch of people, Adam, Roger, Jason Simone. Like, there were a bunch of people that were tweeting at people.
Yeah.
Hey, check out Reviving Campbell. And that was another reason. People said, hey, I'll check it out. And, stuff like that. And just people liking your guys' tweet on Twitter showed it to another person. And one of the people that Simone tagged, I'm like, yeah, good fucking, he'll never see this tweet. Like the tweet. And that person, the person that ended up donating, worked with that person.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So thank you to I see Adams here.
Yeah, everyone shared the shit out of it.
Roger. Yeah, we didn't need press. Like you said,
the
loyal nose shine. All you guys that were sharing on Twitter, Facebook, even the F13 Discord, appreciate it. We really do.
Bailey, by the way, I see you, dog. I see you. But I don't know what Adams is officially referred. Oh, would you do a commentary? We're doing commentary anyway, Blu-ray release or not. If you got the digital or the deluxe package or whatever digital package, I don't think it says this on the Kickstarter, but we're throwing a commentary in there too.
Right. I'm living in the Kickstarter world, like finally now checking out of rewards for a little bit. I don't remember what because there were 2 packages. Do you remember that? Like 2 behind. There was a behind the scenes package and a full production package.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm trying to log in, but yeah, basically, you guys backed it. You'll like it. And then like back to the main point we were talking about on a Blu-ray. Just having the film on a Blu-ray is kind of odd. We'd have to make a menu with commentary, maybe. But maybe a different commentary. Maybe we get a few other people in for one.
Yeah, we do something more special for to do a physical release if we were to do one.
Right.
Like you said, don't get your hopes up for that.
Right.
I don't think
if there is truly a demand, we'll think about it. Because then again, we need to make the Blu-rays.
Yeah, because in order to do it, we'd have to run another Indiegogo or Kickstarter, just like Womp Stomp Films did, and
again, we didn't get any press coverage in the first place.
Yeah, and now, honest to God, we because we're really debating on what to do when the film comes out about the press. Like, if the film does do well and people reach out for interviews or something like, I'm looking ahead to see if that were to actually happen. What would we do then? And all these people, the only people that would reach out, like, I was listing names. I'm not saying anything specific, but like the horror James, like Bloody Disgusting, Dread Central, shit like that. Like, we reached out to all those, like all of them.
We reach out to small websites too,
yeah,
like small blogs. We reach out to them too.
All of them, everybody.
And
it's like,
nobody,
can you please help us?
Nobody replied. Nobody said, "I appreciate it," but nobody replied.
Yeah,
I checked to make sure I didn't type in .con instead of .com when I emailed them. No, like nobody replied.
Yeah, so it's like, what we needed your help then, and you totally blew us off. It's like, and now we don't need your help. You want us to help you, kinda.
Right.
Like, is that fair? And honestly, from their standpoint, I don't blame them for blowing us off, but then I don't blame us for blowing them off too. So it's like, I don't know where I want to stand. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We might not even get to that point. They probably won't even ever fucking care. But if they ever did, who knows? Who knows how we'd respond?
So, yeah. Again, if the demand is there, sure, we'll think about it.
Yeah. Also, I saw someone ask, like, it was a joke. They're like, you should reach out to Kane Hodder to play Jason. We did. Before, literally the fucking first thing I did. And I'm not going to give you, like, the full details of what happened, but the first thing we did was reach out to Kane. Before we even announced the film, I was like, Kane, I want to do a film. I have a script. Do you want to be in it? Like, would you like to play Jason again? And he was just basically just straight up was like, that would be awesome. I'd love to. But I, like, legally can't.
Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah.
We are not a Screen Actors Guild. We can't be a Screen Actors Guild production because it's fan fiction.
Yeah.
So we can't have people in the Screen Actors Guild in a non-SAG production, which sucks.
Yeah. So he right away, like, he was the first person we reached out to. But out of all the people that are in F-13 movies, he's one of the few that still have a SAG card and continue to work.
I believe,
of course, he's the one we're friends with.
When we talked to CJ, when we interviewed him, when was that? That was after Chicago, so December maybe.
Yeah, November,
December. He was renewing his SAG card after how many years?
Yeah, because we talked to him about doing it,
right?
And he at the time he was cool with it, but then he got a SAG card again.
Right.
So it's like, well, fuck. We reached out to other people. Some things just kind of fell through. Especially with scheduling. For example, we reached out to Adrian King. Adrian King was on board. We were ready to announce, like, that we were getting to the point where we were going to announce that. But just the way it worked out with her agent, it was too complicated to get her here. Yeah. It cost too much. We couldn't afford. We didn't raise that much on the Kickstarter. Like I said, if we wanted to make that happen, we needed like $20,000. Right. And then, of course, Adrian would have to volunteer. And it's like, we can't pay you. I can put you in a good hotel. I can fly you here. I can cover your travel, your food. I can do all that, but I can't pay you. So,
right.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
No.
I don't, But it would have been cool, though. Could get Ari. Oh, yeah. You could, but some things you don't want to do. No, I don't know. I don't even know what Ari would do. We don't really have a role that fits Ari. I'm sorry. He can't be Jason. He's not being Jason. No. I knew that's what you were thinking of, but no, we're not doing that shit.
Didn't expect this. Didn't respect the Reviving Camp Blood talk. Honestly, we might. It just depends on time. Like, I'm like, should we do like a Reviving Camp Blood backer only live stream to answer questions? There's not many questions to be asked, really, that haven't already been answered.
Yeah.
Maybe after we wrap filming, we start editing, maybe then we do a backer only live stream.
I did talk about the poster, JJC. You can get it on eBay. This is from China. That's someone, because like, since these aren't for sale properly, same with our Victor Crowley one, they're not properly, like, legally, technically legally, I guess. They're not, like, coming from the actual company. They're not coming from Universal or Blumhouse. So, yeah. You can get it on eBay for, like, $15, but it takes, like, a month to ship to you.
We didn't reach out to Tom Matthews. Obviously, he's involved in Revive.
It wasn't even worth the time.
In Never Hike Alone. But I believe one of the people that were sending links to people, reached out on Facebook, and he said he would check it out.
Yeah.
He actually replied to someone and said, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you're asking, like, if we asked him if we'd want him to be in it, first of all, we don't have a role for him. That would really make sense for sense for Tom. And also, the last thing I want to do with this whole fucking thing is go toe to toe. I don't want a fucking dick measuring contest with Womp Stomp Films.
Which, I mean,
people are already going to start that shit. I guarantee the first comments we get are either like, this is worse than Never Hike Alone, or this is better than Never Hike Alone. It's just going to be like, why are you comparing us? You don't need to.
we've been doing fan films since how long have you been doing fan films? What age?
Since I was 9 or 10.
9 or 10 years old. Yeah. Yet people have been commenting on our 2016 fan film that came out before Never Hike Alone and said, this is trash compared to Never. I'd rather watch Never Hike Alone. I'm like,
Never Hike Alone had $18,000.
Yeah, Never Hike Alone had about a $20,000, edge on us because our budget was negative.
We didn't have one.
We had one camera and a $5 shotgun microphone, which worked out pretty well.
Yeah, honest to God, though, the 2016 fan film, you can, judge the way it looks, judge the acting, judge the blood and effects. I don't fucking care. Just give me credit for one thing, and that's the foliage and the sound design. All I care about. I worked so hard on that. That's all I care about. Also, the actual dialogue itself sounds good. I don't know how we pulled that off. Now we got a very nice microphone for reviving Camp Blood. That should make the job of boom operating and everything else a lot easier. So yeah. Acting wise, you talking about your acting over there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that opening scene is my least favorite part of the film. So I don't think it's Rachel's fault. What I hate about the opening scene in that, there's just something that doesn't look right.
It was a good idea when we were filming it, and honestly, we kind of liked it when we clicked publish and it was live, and then after we watched it 30 times that day, we were like,
even when I was editing, there was just something not right about it. It just doesn't look nearly as cinematic as the rest of the film.
It wasn't what we expected. Which I mean, since we're getting into it, Jack, when we did Jack, turned out nothing like we expected. So
yeah, well, the thing with Jack, the thing with Jack.
Oh God.
I don't even know. I doubt most of you haven't even seen Jack. If you haven't seen it, don't go watch it. Don't be like, oh, I need to go watch. Don't stop what you're doing. Don't. It is just so fucking. The script was solid. It was solid. We didn't write that one, Jennifer. Fuck. I don't remember her name.
No, I don't remember her name either.
Jen something. Jennifer something. But yeah, she wrote it. And which we only knew her from online. We hired her through a site, and then the script was okay. It was good enough that we could work with. But everything used on Jack was new equipment. It's the same equipment that was used for
Friday 13th.
For Friday, but we shot it afterwards. It came out before, but we shot it afterwards. And then Jack
has 10 reviews on IMDb. So it actually has a star rating. 6.7?
Hey.
No, really? It's that high?
Wait.
It got 10 reviews.
Who reviewed this fucking thing?
It got 10 reviews. Wow. And it's got 6.7 out of 10. I am honestly fucking impressed.
Is there any 1 stars? Please tell me there's at least a one star.
Oh, I don't see any.
There's no 1 stars?
I don't see the individual reviews.
What?
Because it says 6.7 out of 10. You only get that when you get 10 reviews.
Well, fuck me.
I'm trying to also find the writer.
Well, we made it.
It's true.
Yeah, we might. Fuck.
Let's go back. Let's redo Jack. Jack 2.
To be fair, I would fucking love to redo Jack. The knowledge that we've gained since then is fucking tremendous. That's true,
but then we have to redo it.
Also, the casting. Yeah. Dude, listen. I love Griffin. But Griffin, it was not meant to be a clown, a horror clown. Well, he might be a clown, but he's not meant to be a scary clown. But I think that because we kind of had somebody casted to play the clown, to play Jack, and then we're like, fuck, that fell through. Griffin, and then Griffin's like, okay, I'll do it.
So Jack has 2 1-star reviews, a 5-star review, and then 4 10-star reviews. And it's not me. I'm signed in, and I haven't reviewed it. I will be
4 10-star reviews. I don't even have I do have an IMDb account, but I don't remember the fucking password. All right, what fucking narnars review 10 stars on that
They
thing?
never put a typed a review. They just started.
Wait, what did you say the number? There was 4 10s.
4 10s.
Bullshit.
1 5.
Okay.
And 2 1s.
1s? 2 1s? What?
I don't even think the film's linked on the IMDb, so you really
2 1s?
You watched the film and then was like, I really didn't like this IMDb.
Listen, 1 1, that makes sense. But 2 1s? You know what happened? I bet you, I'm willing to bet that whoever, those people, the people that definitely hated me, right? Like, or you.
Oh, yeah.
And they looked us up on IMDb.
That's most
And then
definitely
it linked to Jack, and then there's like 1 star, you fucking bitch.
That's most definitely it, I would think.
Yeah.
At least
what
for
about is it Friday the 13th film on there?
Let's gauge the room. I dislike this movie. 1 star. No,
I mean,
people were giving Hereditary a bunch of shit. Their reviews was literally, it was so scary I couldn't even watch the end. 1 star. I'm like, your job as a film critic, that is retarded. Like, you're an accredited film critic. Stop it.
Get me straight, Cotton. How bad is it?
It's loading.
It's bad, isn't it? It's fucking bad, isn't it?
I clicked on the production company, brought it to IMDb Pro, which I don't have, so it's like, oh, try IMDb Pro. I'm like, why? All right.
That's Jack. Nobody fucking cares about
All
Jack.
right, bringing it up.
Goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, we reached out to a couple people from Friday the 13th for Reviving Get Blood.
Yeah. There were ones that I think we could have landed, but it became our choice at that point to stop pursuing it. It was like, listen, we're on a really big time, but like constraint here. Like as I would love you to be in this film,
like we're still waiting to hear back from agents, but
time's up, motherfuckers.
yeah.
Time's up. Let's do this, Leroy Jenkins. So that's pretty much what happened with that. For example, I mean, we reached out to the one I really wanted was Laura Park Lincoln. Laura Park Lincoln is the biggest fucking sweetheart in the world, and she fits so perfectly with one of our characters. But
Yeah.
it was the time.
So apparently they changed it. You only need 5 ratings now.
Yeah.
I'm one of them, and there still isn't 5. There still isn't 5 ratings.
But how did Jack didn't deserve this?
I have no idea how Jack, of all fucking things, got 5 reviews.
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
Daniel Harris.
I imagine she. When's the last time she acted? Was it in her own
Oh,
film?
she keeps getting fucking pregnant. I don't know what to do anymore. She's having another kid, right?
The one movie. That one movie.
The
recent one.
her
recent
recent
one.
movie.
The recent
The
no.
recent one. Oh no, the hospital one where she's in the hallways. That one. That one.
In the hallways.
No, not the. You know what? Let's just IMDb her.
No, I was talking about that one over there. That one. Don't switch to me. Don't switch to me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, I think that's accurate. I would say that's probably her latest film. She was in a. Well, let's see. Hold on. She's in post production for 2 films. She's in pre production for 1.
So yeah,
And she hasn't had anything come out this year.
yeah, she has her SAG card. She can't be in.
But we would like that.
The Reviving Camp Blood. Still do. Still have a crush on her.
You see my mug with her on it?
It's somewhere.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah, the Reviving Camp Blood IMDb. Literally.
Well, now
has-
switch to him, Jesus.
Yeah, now switch to me.
Yeah, like it was only.
I'm calling Russians name.
The only thing on there is it's in pre-production. Director is Riley Lorden.
Nice.
Release date 2018. Budget $11,341 because that's the final Kickstarter. That's literally it. And I put that on there like as soon as the Kickstarter ended. So
I made that. Fucking.
So yeah, this is what Little Mad. I'm honestly like I expected this for Little Mad. Like towards the end, we just kind of talk about us.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just chill.
Yeah, play guitar.
How much money would you take for a private screening of the film?
I
$0 because
can't.
legally we are not allowed to profit off.
Okay, this is another thing. I've seen this question come up a few times. How are we going to screen it? How are we going to premiere the film? At this time, click upload and publish. I don't have any fucking plans. Maybe we'll do a private screening for at least the cast and crew. I don't fucking know, dude.
Well, because backers are going to get it before it's uploaded to YouTube, Vimeo, etc.
Yeah. That's different. But like,
right.
In terms of like having a public screening and like meeting up with like people to do, I have zero plans.
Because it's not like it's a huge thing where people would come from all over.
Exactly.
Because nobody's seen the film yet.
Yeah, like,
and also people don't know who we are. We're nobodies.
The only thing that I could really tell you that I'd be willing to fucking try, is to go to Midway Drive-In in Sterling or Dixon, whatever you want to fucking.
It's on the
border. Yeah, it's on like the border. I'd be willing to do that. That's a drive-in movie theater, Midway Drive-In. Since I know them, the Kurz family, we know half-ass well, and then they also run Flashback Weekend in Chicago, which is a pretty popular convention. Those, I'm willing to do that.
We could do that. Otherwise, like we said, nobody will have seen it. The only people that are going to see this film before it, gets sent out to backers is honestly going to be just us.
Yeah, like, if we were to do a screening and I want to do it right, I'd want to make sure there's food. Like, it would cost us too much money. Like, we don't have any money. Like, you don't want to watch on a fucking television. You want to be on an outdoor projector would be pretty cool. I like to do that, but that's a few $100s to get set up, and then you got to get food, like the popcorn, the drinks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want the chair set up. You're probably gonna have to get some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? People that bring food to places for
like food truck?
Catering. Thank you. Food trucks. We'll get a food truck.
A food truck would be nice.
So yeah, I mean that's just kind of where we're at with that.
We might have a half-ass like screening here with like a couple people that were in the cast from here.
Yeah,
maybe my parents will come. Your parents will come. Maybe.
I wouldn't plan on it, but there's a chance.
Right. Yeah. So yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
we'll
who
see.
knows? It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, no matter what. We learn from Jack.
It's not going to be Jack. I'll tell you that much.
It's going to get more than 6.7.
I don't like saying a film's going to be good when it's like. First of all, I hate saying shit that I made was good because it scares me. I'm not going to be like, dude, Jack was dominant, great film. Like, exactly. I was just saying, like, I have a lot of confidence. I like our script. I like our cast.
Is good.
I think we were decently well planned and scheduled out, and like some of the anxiety from it is coming off of me. Thank God. Because it's making me want to die.
Yep.
But now I just have anxiety from being poor. But yeah, that's I'm not gonna say it's gonna be great because I just don't like saying films are great since they're opinionated so much.
True.
But I have a lot of faith in it.
Yeah.
If that's fair.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's good. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Like you said, script we feel is very solid. And we don't want to get other people's opinions on the script until after the film comes out. Obviously, maybe we reach out to one person. I don't know. I just said one. I just said one person.
Yeah. I mean, because there are a couple people I have in mind to watch the film beforehand because I'd like their personal opinion. I'm gonna send it to Kane. I'll tell you that right now. Like, I'm gonna be like, that's the first person I'm going to for an opinion.
I imagine some of the high Kickstarter backers might sneak one in.
Right. Yeah, but
somebody I definitely have in mind.
Yeah. So we're there with that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
It's a good time.
It's too far to look at. I'm taking this fucking shit one step at a time. As much as we've looked to the head, and I like to look to the future and hope for the success with everything. It's just like one day at a time.
Right.
Now that was fun, huh? Is there anything
Honestly, might have to edit this and just post this as a backer update. Like these questions that have happened.
I don't know. I don't think else really to talk about in terms of Reviving Camp Blood. If there's any other questions about the game, life.
So the Child's Play info was at the very beginning of the show. Now I believe you can already go to like our videos on Twitch and start watching from the beginning. I think you can do that.
I don't know.
Otherwise, when this is over, it's going to be a video on Twitch.
Yeah,
I believe it's still set that way, and then it'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
Should be.
Join the Discord.
Yeah,
for sure. I'll make sure. Might have to set up a section for Little Mad now that we can actually do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Despite the freezes, this went pretty well.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what's going wrong with the freezes.
I think it was just Rachel's fault. If I'm pointing fingers, I think that's
when in
it.
doubt, blame the people that aren't here.
Yeah, fucking Griffin.
I was gonna say Ethan, but with that too.
I think that's my last question I want to answer.
Oh, that is a very valid question. We were just joking, by the way, but now back to serious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't really know. It's like this is gonna be in the Kickstarter update too, but it's like we were in a tough spot with what's been going on with Griffin. Not like Griffin disaster. No, it's like Griffin has work. He has a genuine job, and like this shit is not worth his time until we can't pay ourselves. We definitely can't fucking afford to hire anybody.
YouTube, not Reviving Camp Blood. It's just
YouTube. Yeah.
YouTube in general.
Yeah, but like, we don't get paid enough between Twitch and YouTube to support hiring somebody else.
Right.
And just due to that reason, and him being busy with family shit, like he just hasn't been here. I think you've noticed that if you've been watching stuff, and for that same reason, he's not going to be able to make it to shooting for Reviving Camp Blood. So we were prepared for that. We knew this might be a problem, so he is recasted. If it makes you feel any better, because I don't know if there's any positive side to it really. The guy that we were casting with is a great fucking dude, and he is 6'5". He's 6'6".
Yeah.
So if that makes you feel any better,
Griffin is in the boots 6 foot
flat. Maybe.
And yeah, this guy's 6'5" in the boots. He's gonna be creeping up on 6'7".
Yeah, I think he's officially 6'6". He used to be 6'5". I think he's officially 6'6". In the boots, he's probably 6'7".
Yeah.
6'8" maybe.
So,
unfortunately, I think we had to buy him new pants. So
unless we just want it going up to his knees, I mean, we could do that.
So yeah, I mean that's just kind of what it's what we had to do. As for the future with anything with Griffin, now I'm outside of Reviving Camp Blood again. I'm back to like YouTube and Twitch stuff. Will we ever see Griffin around again? I don't know. I don't have an answer, dude. Like, and the problem is the decisions we've had to make business wise. They just, despite how much I didn't want them to, they ran right into their personal lives, and I don't know if Griffin hates us. I don't hate Griffin, but I don't know if like Griffin is upset about what's going on, because like we had to recast. Like it's a tough spot. Of course he wants to be a part of it. It's just there's nothing we can do. We can't change our whole scheduling with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cast members minimum. 13 cast members, a whole crew. Like we can't change all of them for what he might be available for. That's what sucks dick about his job. It's like we'll schedule something and then they'll dick him over and they'll fucking change when he has to work. How everything changes.
Like the stuff that he does works towards a specific thing, is what, like a specific time. So they work all this time until this week, which they don't know when that is.
Right.
They have a time frame of when it'll be.
Yeah, which is like 6 months. It's like a 6 month time frame, so it doesn't really help.
Pretty much, yeah. So then, and he says that time that's required. Or if you even think, wow, I might not be able to go to this, you're fucking fired.
Yeah. So, like I said, we get it. It's just like
right. So there is no option, and we can't wait until the day before we're all packed up in the car, and then we get a text saying I have to
can't
work this
make it.
weekend.
Yeah.
Or this week. So, yeah.
Life sucks, you know?
Yep.
You gotta work past the hard times. Okay, now I officially don't have anything else to say about reviving Camp Blood off the top of my head or anything else. So if these are hard to end, you know?
It really is.
When you have a live chat that asks you questions, it's kind of like, usually if it's Slash and Cast, we finished topics, all right.
I mean, we live stream every once in a while.
It's hard to end those too.
Yeah.
Well, and usually like things like this, it's like I have more I want to say. I don't want to be done. I don't want to be done. What do I do?
Yeah. Will we be back on Tuesday? Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Depends on reviving Camp Blood.
Right.
And I saw this question a long time ago, and it flew by the chat, and then by then it was too late. Like, will you guys stream Dead by Daylight while we can't stream Friday? Maybe.
Okay, we genuinely fucking want to. Like, we're totally in.
Right.
We're all for playing Dead by Daylight and doing gameplays and all that shit. But when we just prepare yourself. All right, I know this will fucking happen. The second we stream Dead by Daylight, every hater, people that haven't fucking shown their faces in our video comments or streams in 6 months will come shining out. And they'll be like, oh, moving on. F-13's dead, so you're playing Dead by Daylight now. I'm so ready for that shit.
When we... So, our YouTube channel is a horror... Started out as just films. Then we moved to horror news podcast. And then it moved to horror news and gaming. And so then we posted a Dead by Daylight video the first one we posted was in like September, I believe. It was Michael.
Maybe. It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
I think when we first actually like started covering it was Leatherface.
Right. Didn't get any shit. And then the Jigsaw Killer came out. Nothing from that. And then how many months was it until we got the Clown?
Yeah.
It was a while. It was it was a long time. And then of course the stoppage of content happened. Actually, the Clown was on a PC test build.
Yeah.
For a month before that F-13 stoppage of content. And when it was on the test build, you said on... I don't know if you said it on Slashcast, but you for sure said it like on like 3 streams because people were asking.
I think I said it on Slashcast too.
You might have. About the Clown.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to get a gameplay out, as soon as possible. As soon as it officially drops. It's no longer in testing. And then the second we post the video... Moving on, I see. You guys too. Your channel's gonna die just like F-13. Like,
listen, our channel may die, but I was gonna cover Dead by Daylight no matter what.
We were gonna cover Dead by Daylight anyway.
Yeah.
It just happened to drop at this time.
It all happened at a shitty time. It really did. It all just hit at the same time. And like, I really don't mind Dead by Daylight. I really don't.
I've gone on the record and said that I have never had fun playing and I've never had fun watching.
Yeah.
I half-ass enjoyed myself watching somebody play the other day.
Was it me?
No.
No.
No, I fucking hate
it. You fucking suck, so.
I'm not going to say them, but just because I don't want to.
Okay, then I know who it is. I gotcha.
Yeah. So, like, we're a horror news channel. We're going to do what we can, but, like, back to the main point, as far as streaming goes... Sorry.
Yeah. Here's another. Like I wanted to say this earlier. Once again I forgot. I see you've broken our thing. Oh. Are we frozen? What's going on?
We're back now.
All right. Hey, calm down. Calm down, Rachel. Well, what was that blackness?
That was the input. Like I watched that.
Doesn't make any sense.
Any.
Why would that happen? Okay, on July 13th, obviously it's the last Friday 13th before the 2019. I can tell you right now what we plan on doing. We'd like to play Friday 13th the game, naturally. I don't know. You would think Gunn and Elphonic are doing something for Friday the 13th, but since they just had double XP, I'm a little lost on what they're gonna do. It would have been Uber Jason, motherfuckers. It would have been Uber Jason and Grendel, but here we are. Yeah, it totally was. It totally was. Come on, they had to do it that day. something was coming. Something good was coming.
Right.
So we're gonna try to do F13.
We were planning on doing a 13-hour stream for Friday the 13th. It's the last one for a year and a half.
Yeah. We might do a drunk sponsor-thon. I guarantee you we're doing some sort of drunk stream because it truly is our last opportunity to do one until hey. You want me to wait until people can see me properly again? Huh? That's okay, take your time. That's okay, take your time. That's okay, take your time. I'll just keep saying that's okay, take your time. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to do at least a drunk stream because it'll be the last one we could do before August. It's working fine to me. What do you fucking mean? It's the last one we can truly do before. I don't know. Probably late August. I would say at the earliest. So yeah,
it's gonna be one of the last streams we're able to do in general because of Reviving Camp Blood.
Yeah, and then by the time we can get to the point where we're not busy with Reviving Camp Blood, we're back to school,
and life sucks.
So yeah, and who knows when we're gonna get to the drunk stream part of life again, when we could do that shit again. So the thing is, our last drunk stream, it wasn't a drunk sponsor-a-thon, it was just a drunk stream. It was a complete fucking disaster, dude. Because I'm gonna drink no matter what on July 13th. I'm gonna get to a point where I'm drunk with, but usually, we rely on donations to encourage us to drink, right?
Right.
And usually they play out pretty small. It's usually just a bunch of $5 donations, shit like that, just to get things going. And I think only 3 people donated the whole time.
We made it was $40, and we spent way more than that on alcohol. So we lost in that stream.
Yeah, that's the thing. You usually would try to make money on your investments,
right.
And that was one of the ones we didn't do.
And that was a big loss. Big loss.
Yeah, and the thing is, one of the donations was Rachel. So
yeah, we got 3 donations.
I think one of them was Rachel, and then one was Jen. Yeah, so really we had one person donate that wasn't dating us. So, we figured that's because we dropped it. It was kind of a bombshell. So we're trying to we'll give a proper heads up. I think I'm gonna tweet it out here soon too. Hey, we're doing a drunk stream on the 13th.
We're gonna try to play F13.
We're gonna try to play F13.
We're gonna get drunk enough where the broken parties don't bother us, so we're gonna be passed out.
Yeah, I would like to just pass out drunk. That'd be great. Oh, see, it's Bailey. There you go.
True. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah,
we live in a world full of dirty things and dirty doorknobs.
Money makes the world go.
I also I get Adam. Adam was, people are broke, man. It's a tough time.
Busy.
So I get that too, and busy. Yeah, I get that too. So
hopefully if we schedule it enough in advance, we can get some people coming in. But I mean, even the views were down in that stream anyway.
Yeah.
So
which they're going to continue to be down.
Yep.
What do we do next? Fortnite?
No.
Fortnite's not our go-to. No.
Never mind. But shit! I was just about to say something.
Sorry.
No, I literally took too long in my head.
Oh.
Yeah, no. It was there and it's gone. Nope, I got nothing.
Me neither. I got nothing either.
Oh, last year. I mean, just got to wait for last year to come. Well, and Hide or Die.
Hide or Die last year. We'll cover those bigger games, but we rely on independent games because we're the independent horror people.
Right.
That's our thing. The bigger games like Last of Us and Death Stranding, shit like that, we're gonna get our asses whooped in those games.
We'll still probably maybe stream them.
No, I'm gonna at least post gameplay videos. Right. I'm gonna do that,
but we don't expect that to.
It's
not
gonna get shit.
It's the independent horror market that we're trying to rule.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's untapped. So
yep.
we
and honestly we're. Well, no, actually, never mind. I was about to say we're in the best position, but not really, because asymmetrical horror. A lot of people went to F13 just because it was there, and there were players, and then also the trolls came because it was the easy game to troll in. Let's hope Hide or Die and Last Year don't have ways to troll. I don't think Last Year is going to have many ways to troll. Games like Last Year and Dead by Daylight, you can't troll you can't troll survivors. Survivors can't control survivors.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In F13, You can straight up stand in front of a door and block someone from leaving.
I think last year, from what we saw in beta gameplay when they were at PAX, when they were at PAX, I'm pretty sure it looked like you control the fuck out of a killer, beat him down with a baseball bat, like shit like that. So
Which it's a demo where you only play as the survivor.
Yeah.
So you want to make it seem as fun as possible, because beating up on the killer doesn't make for
balance isn't fun.
Right, balance isn't. It makes for a great game.
It makes for a great game.
Right. So yeah, like I can see in a way where the killer either wasn't trying or the gameplay was tweaked a little bit to favor the people playing as survivors only. Yeah. I could see that. But I mean, that's all we've seen, and that's the last we heard. Yeah,
they felt the radar. I mean, we even reached out to Jay, and Jay didn't give us anything.
It's the same thing he's been saying to everybody. We've been heads down, working hard. See you in the next couple months. Ready for the next.
He said a couple weeks, but that's fine.
Yeah, lately it's been a couple weeks.
No, he that email that was a couple months ago.
He said a couple months ago.
He said a couple weeks in that email. That didn't happen. So. Here's to hoping for the best that we actually get something great last year. Hopefully last year blows up to be a popular game like F13. Same with Hide or Die. Now, what I haven't seen much of this new game, but it has been tweeted a few times. I see Laughing's been playing it. What is Soul at Stake?
I have no idea.
Is that asymmetrical like multiplayer horror, or is it just single player horror? I am curious if it like
Soul at Stake.
And not to mention Charlie the Legend.
Of course, that's probably where we're gonna blow up.
Charlie the Legend actually has tremendous potential.
It's got a 6 out of 10 rating on Steam. Are you talking about the 1916 film?
No, I'm not.
1v4 Oriental themed surviving horror game.
Hey, can I get something a little more detailed from Big J Voorhees there? We talked about Womstop's whole thing earlier. Just kind of curious where you're going with that. What's your question about Womstop films? Or if you're stating something about the forums. I'm a little confused.
Soul at Stake is an Oriental-themed 1v4 survival horror game. There once was a luring urban myth saying that if one can win the game would gain countless money. This is a horrible translation. And his or her destiny would instantly change to become the mightiest overnight. All the participants need only one stake: their souls. It's early access. Okay. So I get the 6 out of 10 rating. It's an early access game.
Okay.
It's asymmetrical. It's dark. Simple. It's an early access game.
Oh, fuck.
Dice rolls? It looked like the player rolled the dice and then the killer just showed up. Like, you rolled the dice and then boom, the killer just showed up. The killer is hella fast, it looks like. It's $18 as an early access game.
Ugh.
I was about to say maybe we should check it out, but I could reach out and see, or maybe watch someone like Laugh and play it and see if it's worth checking out.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Why not?
Reviving Camp Blood gets 10 stars from me already. Well, thanks.
But what if you hate it? Nah, you're not going to hate it. Your song's in there, remember, Adam?
True.
So it's fine. Can't hate that. All right. Are we getting to that wrap-up point in life?
I think we might be. It was fun. I mean, I'm glad there were no internet issues, because those take longer than freezing issues.
Yeah, we can fix that on the go. Yeah, that's fine.
We don't have to leave this room to fix those issues.
True. I see Newman's here.
Hey, Newman.
Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are officially going to wrap up unless something distracts me in the middle way. To all of our new subscribers, thank you so much. Subscribers, they kind of make this show possible. So thank you so much. If you possibly are a new follower, appreciate that. And if you're just here hanging out regardless of those things, appreciate that too. Because, kind of need people to watch the show if you want a show to be successful.
Yeah.
That being said, if you haven't already, make sure you go subscribe to us on YouTube @SlashingCast. And follow us on Twitter @SlashingCast. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
F13, the game's dead, so we're dead too.
Right. This video will be available on Twitch, I think, forever. Until we're partners. When you're partners, your videos go away.
That's kind of stupid.
Or no, I don't know. Maybe they do go away after 30 days. But it should be on YouTube tomorrow. And that might be linked in the description, I'm not sure. But it's a Little Mad Podcast on YouTube.
That's correct.
Yep. I don't know how the whole freezing thing's going to go. Probably just going to leave it in.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's,
experience.
You want to live the full experience.
The experience.
Do I get to play a couple chords before I say goodbye? I won't sing anything, I swear. I just want to play a couple chords.
If you want to.
Well, can you hand me the guitar? No, not that one. Play a couple chords and sang from the heart. There's a lot of pressure lifting that up for you.
I just didn't want it to fall on the wall.
Not to mention, we ordered pizza before this. Pizza got here at about 6:44.
And we started streaming at 6:45.
Yep. But then they won't hear the guitar. Okay, that's done. All right. Should there be a theme? Should we always just do country themes? Just... Okay, I'm already done. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go eat some goddamn pizza from Casey's, of course. Sponsor. It's not a sponsor.
Nope.
Not yet. Casey's, we'll reach out.
Yep.
All right. I don't know. What's the outro for these? We talked about this last time. Welcome to the cast that brings it back, Little Man Podcast. We never talked about the outro.
No.
I can't wait. That's the one thing I'll do. Okay, let's go. All right, with that, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you probably on, Monday for Slasher Cast. So there you go. See you in the Discord. Bye.